Good evening, everyone. It is 6 p.m., which means it's time for Masters of the Metaverse. We have a very, very big and special show for you today. But before we start, of course, we have to thank our Patreon supporters, so we are going to do that right now. Jeff Denui, thank you.
Thank you.
John Kozwolski.
Yay!
Thank you.
John.
Kyle Kilgore. Thank you.
Thank you. God, name. Cool name.
Paximo. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
What? Wait, where'd she go?
What was that? What'd you say?
Wait, I said you're welcome.
Let's roll those credits.
Roll the credits. Are they rolling? I was just freaking out.
Conscripted by a secret organization, a group of strangers is loaded into experimental metapods, hurtling their souls across dimensions and into unsuspecting avatars. With each trip across reality, these newly minted metapilots gain access to unique powers and abilities, slowly transforming them into true masters of the metaverse.
Masters of the metaverse, masters of the metaverse. They travel through time and space and stuff. Control them, re-roll them, throw them above. They fly through dimensions, this isn't a bluff. Heroes compelled, they have no choice, bound by the winds of a secret voice. Masters of the metaverse, masters of the metaverse. Masters of the metaverse, masters of the metaverse.
Welcome to a very special episode of Masters of the Metaverse. I'm your host and GM, still, James Durham. Joining me at the table, I have an all-star cast of all of your favorites, like the incomparable Christian and Maggie Doyle. Yes, I have both. And to top that off, not one power couple, but two. I have both Sarah and Chris Odie.
And possible future power couple.
I make no presumptions. I have the majestic Miss Vanessa Pastil.
Pastel, but that's okay, because nobody could ever pronounce by looking at it.
No, they can't. I'm sorry. Even I hear it 14 times and I still get it wrong.
Everybody.
And then one of my personal favorites, Helen Roundhill.
Hello.
And of course, the biggest specialist mystery guest of them all,
Can you
Liz Louie Paximo!
believe it? So you're finally here at our table.
Yeah.
What is Masters of the
I
Metaverse?
like the idea that we actually just hired a random person from the train station to come up and pretend to be Liz.
I could leave and you could do that.
No, it really actually is Liz. I promise, it is. It is.
Yeah.
It really is.
What is Masters of the Metaverse? Say it with me. Big damn heroes. Masters of the Metaverse, like all of our Zoe programming, is made possible from support by viewers like you. Check out our Patreon page now and see how you can support this show and other amazing programs like it, such as Death from Above on Saturdays at 1 p.m. Pacific time. Big Stompy Robots, Space Russians, Questionable Behavior.
What? No.
Returning to the Twitch channel here on Monday, March 4th is Project Metaverse.
Yeah.
Our lead into the big Metaverse crossover event. You don't want to miss any of that. Also, our Kickstarter supporting Strowers is going right now.
Yes.
We have a stretch goal going for Journey Quest.
We're not saying you have to support it, but at least go look at it and then support it.
Once you look, you'll support it. There's no going
It's
back.
so good.
And how about a little shout out to some of our friends, like those the table takes on the Gen Con channel. We host that on Fridays,
we do.
and this guy's on it, Christian.
It's true. I do show up on that. I'm the one on the show who doesn't know any damn thing.
Oh, we got our buddies over at That Dragon Show, partnered with Paizo. They play Pathfinder. Sometimes they do it okay, sort of. Or so I hear. I mean, I don't want to judge.
It's on the paper. That's their.
Yeah, so he was told.
It's on their paper.
So much.
And what about
unscripted
polls?
shame.
Now, we run these polls every week, so our Patreon voters can vote on members of our cast and bonuses that they can get into this show. Because you are part of this show, too.
Maybe the biggest part, actually.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, there's
Liz, Pax.
almost as many of you watching as there are people
Patreon
on the
voters have decided that you receive a +4 and +10 bonus health today.
Yes.
Maggie, they have also decided that you should get +4 and
that's
+10.
Yeah.
Chris, they've decided you should get +5 and +20.
That is bad. Why would you give him that? Because he does that.
That's very entertaining.
Sarah, they gave you +3 and +10.
This is.
They didn't know you were going to wear the bombshell outfit.
Oh, okay.
Well, I didn't tell them that she was going to wear the bombshell outfit.
That's true.
It's alright, it's shiny.
Helen, you get +3 and
Wait, you're
+20.
That's what we're doing today.
And then, no surprise, Christian, +6 and +20.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I've got some other fun Zoe announcements. Zoe's going to be at Emerald City Comic Con.
We've heard.
In booth 1704, they'll be live streaming on Sci-Fi's Wire Stream Friday, March the 15th at 4 p.m. Pacific. Gamers Live. It's happening. Now, before we begin today, I want to tell you about the characters that our cast is playing and the circumstances that make this a special episode. Christian Doyle is going to be playing the infamous Butch Baker, also known as Kid Titan, former teenage sidekick, and general pain in the ass.
I think he's at least a 4-star general. By now.
Yeah, 4-star general pain in the ass. Yeah. Sarah Odie is going to be playing the not a psychopath Bombshell.
Patent pending.
Patent pending. This is true.
So far.
Chris Odie will be performing as the mysterious Hollywood of Joe's Diner.
Yeah, finally got a job.
Vanessa will be Mary Beth, who you might recognize as we get into this episode.
Did I get a Patreon plus?
Oh, I missed yours, sweetie. Sorry, you're 3 and 10 as well.
Thank you. It's all good.
I have so many people here at the table. I'm going to be disorganized. I apologize.
You're good.
And Helen will be portraying Abigail, who you definitely know as a different person.
Correct.
Oh, and we don't want to forget Maggie Doyle, who will be playing Molly Migraine in today's episode. And
Excellent.
the most special guest of all, Liz Louie, will be playing the Chronicler.
Ooh.
Now, we also have a very special store for today's episode.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Now, the Currents of Fate. These are what Liz, our chronicler, uses to influence gameplay. She can use this power to change the course of history and even the decisions that these people make at the table. Eat at Joe's is a fun one where you, the purchaser, get to pick the cast member you really want to sit down and have a conversation with Hollywood. And not only do you get to make them have a conversation with Hollywood, you get to choose the topic. How's that?
Wow. That is cool.
Nice.
Triple play you are all familiar with, but just to bring it back, it's an extra die that you get to roll. You get to take the 2 best. Secrets of the Metaverse. This is a special one. I didn't even consult my fellow GMs before throwing this in here. Sorry to put you under the bus, guys. You get to get a secret from the Metaverse if you purchase Secrets of the Metaverse. It might come from me, it might come from Chris, it might come from Christian, but one of us will give you a secret of the Metaverse.
Also means they have a 1 in 3 chance at best of getting accurate information.
Wait, which one of you would be accurate?
Who knows?
Of course,
Depends on the topic.
as we all know, this is not a musical, but if you want it to be, you can choose a cast member of your choice, and they will have to perform their next scene as musically as possible.
There you go.
This is a good store today.
This
This is a good store today.
Incredible
Are you
store.
technically a member of the cast?
I am technically not a member of the cast. Let's make sure that's...
And also, technically, Paximo is a special guest star, not a member of the cast.
Yeah, we can't force Pax to do music. So you could try and beg and plead and
Pay and pay.
and pay and pay and pay. And we are all, of course, familiar with the rule of cool and the hack attack. Couldn't not have
Rule
those
of
in
cool is the thing that Keeson always wins, and hack attack is the thing that Chad does to screw us over.
Oh,
That's a pretty accurate description right there.
just because there's so many of us you can't see them, Hellcat sent us some
Oh, yes.
original art.
We've
We've
decorated
Everybody
the whole-
move a little to the left and the right, and we'll show some of the wonderful pictures around you.
We put it up. Thank you so much.
They
for the
surround
art.
Yeah, thank
us.
you. We love it.
Thank you,
Thank
Hellcat.
you.
Thank you very much.
And the letter was very nice as well. I read it
Yeah.
out loud to everybody.
It's like storytelling.
It was.
So today's episode is going to cover the 400 years that the Dome was isolating Sentinel City. Its power forcing the inhabitants to live out the same decade with no memory of the last one, over and over again in a sick and twisted plot by Dr. Migraine to protect the world from superpowered
It didn't
beings.
start off as a sick and twisted plot. He had excellent intentions.
Wait, I'm sorry. This is. I gotta make sure I have this right. So on the show, then we're gonna do one episode covering 400 years versus the other time where it was what 6 episodes to complete a 3-episode arc.
That is correct. It was 8 episodes of a 4-episode arc.
That's good. I'm glad that
Guys,
we're
I mean,
on track.
Worth
That's,
it.
You know, not everybody can be me.
That's true.
God's
Sure.
thrown down, man.
Yeah.
God's thrown down.
Also, I will say, no, I'm not going to apologize, but I'm pretty sure that's because I'll get a penalty if I do.
Yeah, this is true. It's here in my notes. She will be penalized.
5 hit points for every sorry.
Thrust into this nightmare is the Chronicler.
Done. Perfect.
Normally, she passes unseen and unknown through the metaverse. Each chronicler is tasked with recording the lives and events of exceptional people. But this poor chronicler has suffered a serious complication. Something about that dome pulled her from her invisible world and forced her into the physical that is Sentinel City. Isolated, confused, and worried, her only friend in this place is Hollywood, the only other individual within the city that doesn't have his memory wiped every 10 years. Today, we're going to find out just what really happened in the dome all those years ago. We open with a typical scene in Sentinel City. The villain Jack Hammer has just hurled a city bus into the poor Butch baker, accompanied by shouts of getting even for some slight, real or imagined.
Man, I don't think I did anything to you.
I'm gonna crush your head!
I know.
Here packs have some fun hashtag fate.
Thank you.
You've just been crushed by a bus. It's been rather an unpleasant day. About 15 minutes ago, Jack Hammer ambushed you in an alleyway and has punched you through several blocks of Sentinel City at this point.
That's great. So I'm basically just a flying property damage at this point.
Absolutely.
I'm trying.
So, Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm trying really hard not to fight him. I'm gonna just try and jog to the nearest actual superhero.
Well, that's kind of what you've been doing. You've been getting punched in the general direction that you believe Bombshell has been.
That's perfect.
Kind of hoping she'll step in and fix problems.
Yeah, well then.
Bombshell, you are out doing a wonderful patrol, enjoying your day in Sentinel City when flying past your vision is, that was definitely Butch. And, it's Jack Hammer. Of course.
I shall fix this. Butch!
Hey!
Do you need assistance?
Yeah, there's an 8-foot tall guy made out of stone.
Oh,
He's been kicking the crap out of me for a better part of an hour.
why are you not fighting back?
It's not my job.
No, it is. When someone is attacking you, it is your duty to defend yourself.
No, look.
Your body is causing much property damage.
But if I was hitting him back, it would be causing even more property damage.
No, because then the fight would be over.
He's almost as tough as I am.
Almost.
So you're not gonna help? You just
Oh no, I can help, but
You're like,
helping
just
requires 2 people, not just one.
great. I'll hold him.
Will you make a fighting roll for me, Butch?
Probably barely. That would be my guess.
Just try harder.
No, actually it's unarmed, so I've got a chance to hit. That's good at least. I did. I made it by 4.
You grab hold of Jack Hammer. He's struggling pretty mightily, but you're holding on to him. What would you like to do about this held Jack Hammer? He's composed entirely of rock.
I basically jumped on his back because he's very tall.
It doesn't look like he's going to be able to hold him for very long.
Is he a power-based superhero?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, excellent. I would like to steal his power and then pound him into smithereens.
Excellent.
That's right, you can do that. That's so terrifying.
Bombshell converts herself to rock and begins bludgeoning Jackhammer.
It's terrifying.
Go ahead and make me a fighting roll, please.
Your nails match your dice.
I was gonna say that.
They're 7?
Pretty phenomenal.
That is quite effective.
Oh yeah, I beat it by 3, I
Bombshell
think.
over there.
Or
Within about 15 seconds, Bombshell hammers Jackhammer into submission. Yes, I did 2 hammers.
While I'm holding.
While you're holding him.
I am avoiding you.
Mostly.
Thank you. You know, since I'm on his back, though, when you hit him that hard,
Are you feeling it?
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you need more assistance?
No, I'm good. I'm just gonna. Can I let go of him now?
Sure.
Great.
Gotta help Pax hashtag faint.
Thank you, chat.
Awesome.
It doesn't take you long to beat him into submission.
Excellent. Can I contact the proper authorities to have him
Of
locked
course.
up? Excellent.
So thanks.
You're welcome. What is the rest of your plan today?
I was gonna go to work.
This is work.
This work doesn't pay anything. You know that, right?
But it is our duty.
No, it is your duty. My duty is to take pictures of people cheating on their husbands.
That sounds like deplorable work.
It is. But you know what? It pays something as opposed to nothing.
And he's good at it.
And I'm good at it. Not a good photographer, but finding things out about people, good at.
But it does not fill you with glee and gladness.
It might.
Has it yet?
Sure, money equals glee and gladness sometimes.
La 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 la, sing a happy song. La 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 la, work the whole day long. Hack attack.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, chat. The boards are here.
Thank you so much, Jeff.
Do you not want to fill with pride and accomplishment?
I have plenty of. No, I guess I'm out of both of those. No, I think just taking pictures of people and.
But we could fight crime.
I know, and that would be great.
If it is great, we should do that.
I agree. What are you doing Tuesday? We can fight crime on Tuesday.
I am fighting crime.
You are fighting crime on Tuesday. Tell you what, I'll meet you at the rooftop overlooking the city. You know, the one.
No, there's lots. I
Yeah.
need more specifics.
Okay, the green one.
No, there are 10 green ones.
I know. You know that bank that has the big hole in the side of it?
I do.
The tower next to that.
Which one? There are 4 towers next to it.
The green one.
The green one. There are 2 green towers next to it.
The taller one.
Okay.
Rooftop. See you there.
Wait. Let me print you an appointment calendar.
That sounds great.
Yes.
I just realized, does Helen even know who Bombshell is?
Yes. Oh my God. I'm having the time of my life watching this.
she's like a Stepford Wives.
She's like a
Terminator.
Slash Buffy Bot.
Yeah, so it's like the
Slash
Stepford Wives
Buffy
meets the
Bot.
Terminator.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
No, that's really gross. Thank you so much.
I will see you Tuesday.
Yeah. You sure will. I'm just gonna go now.
Are you going to fight crime?
I am going to change my shirt because somebody just knocked me out of it.
That is true. Your shirt has seen better days.
Thank you.
I can repair it with some nano wasps if you like.
You know what? I think that those things creep me out. So
But they can sew.
They can sew.
great. Yes, that would be wonderful. Thank you.
Okay.
Do they get
Is
thread
it done?
from nanospires?
Oh, yeah, look at that.
Yes.
Nice.
They do excellent works.
They
Yes.
sure do. So I'm
You're
gonna
going
go
fight crime?
eat lunch. It's lunchtime.
What are you having?
A cheeseburger. A cheeseburger. A deluxe cheeseburger.
Where are you getting it from?
Joe's Diner. Where else?
Okay. May I join you?
You don't eat.
But I like Joe's Diner.
Sure, come on.
Bombshell and Butch head to Joe's Diner. When they walk in, we find the chronicler sitting at the counter, being waited on by Hollywood. Something is very wrong. You are not supposed to be here. Not like this. You're supposed to record events, not be a part of them. For the first time in your life.
What
Joe's Diner got it.
Oh, montage. I forgot. Okay,
Joe's Diner montage.
Wow.
This is a good start.
For the first time in your life, you're not certain what you need to do. At that very moment, Butch Baker enters the diner, a little worse for wear, with Bombshell in tow. She has not shut up. Part of you feels a little pity for the poor soul. He has not had an easy go of things.
Sometimes I like it when the sky turns a little bit purple. It's sort of pink, but sort of blue, and I enjoy the color contrast.
You mean sunset?
Yeah. And sunrise. That is a pleasant time as well, because most people are very quiet during sunrise. Did you notice that? There's only a few people out. Some of them are jogging, some of them are walking, some of them have dogs,
Hey,
some of them
Hollywood,
have
can I
babies.
get the usual, please?
yeah, cheeseburger, fries, Coke, no ice, right?
Yeah.
I have noticed
Coming
a lot
up.
of babies are up at sunrise.
Yeah. I don't have kids.
I've seen that on television.
Bombshell, ready to keep experimenting with apple pie.
Keep experimenting with apple pie.
Yeah, it's a pretty straightforward sentence. It's got a, clause in it.
There are claws in apple pie.
That would be great, Hollywood.
Fantastic.
That's on me today.
Have it up in a moment.
Thank you.
What kind of apples?
Go with Brayburn today.
Excellent. Those have kind of a reddish green tint, do they not?
Yeah,
Stripes?
some red, some yellow.
Freckling?
They peel them before they bake them in the pie.
Why?
So you don't have to eat the peel.
But doesn't the peel have more fiber?
Yes, that's why we don't put it in the pie.
No, fiber is good for your digestive system.
Right, but pie isn't.
No problem, Bombshell. We've got one with peel.
Thank you.
This place has everything.
It really does, doesn't it? You enjoy your meal. Well, mostly. You tend to just tune her out after a little while.
That's where I turn on the super hearing and then turn it on to mute all the
Once
way.
I saw this show where there was a detective, and the detective never really knew what the answer was until the very end.
Was it a detective show?
Uh-huh.
That's how those work. If they solve the mystery right at the very beginning, why would you watch the rest of the show?
But wouldn't it be more efficient to solve it at the very beginning?
Yes.
Are they not bad detectives for not knowing for such a long time?
It's only 43 minutes.
But in the time that the episode took place, it's over several weeks. This is very bad.
You're right. We should do something about those detectives.
I think maybe we could start our own detective agency.
You should go and talk. I have my own detective agency.
Oh, that is great.
My office is right down the street.
Excellent. Let us go and fight crime better.
Okay, first of all, not a crime fighter, not a police detective.
But we could detect crime and then fight it.
I just remembered. I have to be somewhere.
Where are you going?
Somewhere.
Well, where is this somewhere?
I'm gonna figure it out here.
Well, how do you remember a place that you need to go if you don't know where the place is?
You are very inquisitive.
The discussion continues as they leave Joe's Diner and head down the street. Never once does she stop talking. A few minutes later. It's been a very long day for you, Abigail. It's finally over. Your last job of the day was cleaning up after a brawl between Jack Hammer, Butch Baker, and Bombshell. On the plus side, it was only a few blocks from Joe's Diner, so at least you got that going for you. Inside, it's fairly empty for the hour, with a few of the booths occupied, and only one seat at the counter taken. The ever-present Hollywood greets you with a warm smile. He's always so nice. That feeling you keep having is bothering you again. Something just feels like it's missing. Maybe you're just depressed.
Or you just eat some cherry pie.
There you go.
God bless. Hell of a day, Hollywood.
Seems like a few things were going on outside.
Yeah, well, with a level of destruction and required cleanup that can really only be caused by somebody kicking the shit out of Butch.
True. Plus side, you're always employed.
Indeed.
Plus
Cleaning
side,
up
you
a
always
man's
pay your
messes,
bill.
it's my favorite things in the world.
Fair enough.
I don't suppose I have anything that I owe you. You know, no.
Owe me as far as...
I just feel like there's, some sort of large object kind of hanging over my head, and I thought maybe it was a bill.
No.
No, I'm good? Okay.
Oh, Sword of Damocles was hanging out down the street a couple days ago. Might have been that.
Yeah, it usually hangs over the heads of really butch, sexy men in gold spandex. It's not really my line, but
Yeah.
I'll check for it next time I feel, well, like I'm always feeling these days. So,
Like you're stuck in a time warp or something.
would you just say that again? No?
Bombshell, your copy of If I Were an Evil Overlord by Martin H.
What?
Greenberg has shipped and should arrive within error days. Hashtag hack attack.
Man, we are getting
Sapphire
real.
Industries gave that
Thank
to
you,
me.
Sapphire.
Man.
Now, I apologize, making a reference to a
Sapphire
musical that came out years ago, rock opera, as it were.
Ah, right. I understand those were popular with older generations.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Abigail finishes her meal and departs, and we skip forward. 40 years have gone by, 4 cycles, and you have watched the exact same conversations 4 times. Not even a single word different. You would think of all people, at least with the amount that she's speaking, that Bombshell would say something different. No. By the time she's in the 4th time going through that, you are saying everything before she even says it. It's like reruns of really bad television. It's maddening. It's
Like
become
those
too
detective
much.
shows?
It's strictly forbidden, but somehow, some way, you have to intervene. You can't stay here, not like this. And whatever is occurring here must somehow be stopped. If you had any idea how. Frustrated, you're once again back in Joe's diner. Hollywood has been a blessing. At least he doesn't reset, though he doesn't really help much either. Not that you blame him. He has to follow even stricter rules than you do. But at least you have someone to talk to. Somebody that understands.
Yeah, I gotta say, of all the strawberry milkshakes that you've tried to consume, you've probably made the least progress on this one so far.
I'm not used to swallowing. It's weird.
Oh, that's a that's a character trait.
I know where you're going with that, but don't.
No, I just assumed you had some sort of,
We
upper
don't
level
touch things. We don't eat things. I don't drink milkshakes. I'm trying it out.
Oh, interesting. Well, what have you thought of your limited experience with it so far?
I can't focus on it because a conversation.
Oh, those two?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's monotonous.
Does that always happen?
Sometimes.
No. You know what I mean? Like, before I got stuck here, did that happen?
Sometimes. Milkshake? We have it with bananas too. Might like it better.
The door swings open as Butch and Molly enter Joe's. They're in the middle of an argument.
72 degrees today.
So,
It was 72 degrees yesterday and the day before that. It's projected to be 72 degrees tomorrow.
so it's really nice weather.
It's the same weather.
Why do you care about the weather? Don't you have pictures to go take?
Yes. You invited me to breakfast.
Right. Oh, right. Yes, breakfast.
I'm just saying, don't you think it's a little odd that the weather is exactly the same in the city every single day?
I don't know, like sometimes I need a light sweater, so it can't be exactly the same.
Sometimes you need a light sweater.
Yeah, you know when it's cold outside.
You don't go outside.
I am outside now. See, I go outside. Look, it's just really noisy when I'm outside.
I know. No, I understand. Of course, yeah. I wasn't trying to say that it's easy for you to go outside. I'm just saying you don't really experience it as much as other people do because you live in that little dome out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, well, it's a nice little house.
It looks like it's from Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, which makes it awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. Metal igloo.
Anyway, let's just get breakfast.
Great. Yes, breakfast
What
is
do you
fine.
want?
I want to know why it is 72 degrees every single day.
Oh my God, it doesn't matter.
I
I don't
know.
know, we live in a part of the country where it has great weather all the time. Why do you care?
I don't know. I probably should.
I mean, it's not like the whole world has all 4 seasons in every single location of it. We're just in an awesome location.
We have all 4 seasons.
Then it's not 72 degrees outside.
Hey, you two. I know you're engaged in a delightful conversation, but breakfast?
Yes, cheeseburger with an egg on it.
No problem. Molly?
Pickles.
With ketchup?
Yes.
On it. You want the dog this time too, or?
Just pickles.
Okay.
The two continue to argue. Butch, of course, convinced he's finally onto something, that there's a conspiracy afoot, and it must involve the entire city. Molly, of course, insisting that Butch is just overreacting, being paranoid, and needs to step back and calm down. There's just no way the entire city could be involved in a conspiracy.
That's ridiculous.
You didn't even hear me out. I just said there's a conspiracy, and you said that's ridiculous. Like it's not possible for people to somehow collude.
Well, not on the level in which you're thinking.
Why not?
Everyone in the town, every single person is in on a secret except you.
Not necessarily. Maybe
Half the town. A quarter.
You know what? I don't think you're taking me seriously.
Because it's a stupid idea.
Yeah.
Finally having enough,
I'm gonna go.
Butch heads for the door.
Butch,
It's now or never. Following him out of the diner, you know you have to do or say something. But what? Molly, a strange woman follows Butch out of the diner. Stops him just a few feet outside the door. Normally something you'd dismiss. You know, he does have his fans from when he was a teenage sidekick. But this one, something's wrong. You can't sense her at all. Not a single thought. It's like there's no mind in there at all. It's impossible. Just as you're about to head in for the door to try and catch up and see who this stranger is, Hollywood cuts you off.
You know, so I was just thinking, it's interesting how we only refer to pickled cucumbers as pickles.
Yeah, I mean,
you can pickle cabbage, you can pickle fish, you can pickle, you know, pretty much anything given enough time and enough pickling juice. So I thought I'd bring out a variety for you to try and see if you'd like something else.
Yeah, no, this is a super awesome
Yeah, so we have some pickled pears. Thought that might be a little unique.
That's a really good idea.
A little bit of pickled cabbage over here. Some pickled herring. And I recommend eating that one before, you know, actually have something strong afterwards. Just kind
Hollywood,
of
question.
Yeah.
When I say the word pickle, what comes into your brain?
I mean, it really depends on what you refer to.
I know, if I just say pickle, what comes into your brain?
Problems.
Oh my God. Why do I come here? Why do I come out?
Annoyed at the interruption, you return your gaze to the mystery woman, only to find she's gone. Perhaps it was nothing, but still you can't shake the feeling that something important just happened and you missed it. You catch up to him in the street outside. He is clearly irritated. What do you do?
Hi.
Hello.
I'm
Oh, there. Hi.
Hi. Hi.
I don't know you.
No. I know you. Well, no. I do. Doesn't matter.
I'm famous.
Yeah. That's why I know you. Yeah. I'm sorry. I just I heard you talking, and I don't think you're crazy. You know, about the conspiracy idea.
Well, thank you.
You know.
I was actually just about to kind of give up the whole idea of it. But...
No, I think it's a good idea.
Oh.
Because, I mean, if that's what you feel, your feelings don't lie.
Yeah, it feels like something is wrong.
Yeah.
This whole place is just...
Yeah.
Something about it. I don't even know what.
We don't have to, not yet.
Yeah.
But, your feelings are real. Your feelings are, well, you can trust them more than your head sometimes because nobody can change what you think, but your feelings are always yours.
Some people can.
Right, but your feelings are always yours. They don't lie.
Right. Thank you.
Yeah, sure.
No, thank you a lot. You really helped me. Some people can control minds. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have to go right now.
Oh, good. Okay.
It's now been more than 100 years. 10 cycles have come and gone. You've tried subtle. The encouraging word. Maybe helping reveal a clue here or there. You even started looking into this conspiracy theory of Butch's yourself. And still, no matter how you alter events, they just end up right back where they started. But you don't give up easy. You've been following Butch this time, trying to help when you can, keeping an eye out for maybe something that he might miss, and hoping you find a way to end this. It's when you're out doing this very thing that something extraordinary happens. You bump into a young woman and are flooded with visions, her whole life, her story. Her name is Mary Beth, and she isn't from Sentinel City. You see the dome surrounding Sentinel City. Superpowered beings helping with its constructions or scrambling to complete the last-minute alterations. But time has run out. The nuclear strikes are devastating. In moments, billions of lives are ended. Outside of the city, one of those is tasked with last-minute preparations. The Shroud, immortal hero and champion of justice. But even heroes have their limits. The blast tore him to shreds, scattering across the entire landscape. Little bits of clothing drifting across the wasteland. Years pass. A patrol of rangers approaches Sentinel City on their weekly scouting forays for the survivor colonies. Among them, a young woman named Mary Beth. As they scour the wasteland, Mary Beth stumbles across a tangled pile of shredded cloth. And in an instant, before she can even scream, it strikes like a serpent and envelopes her. Hours later, within the underground bunker of the survivors, Mary Beth lays upon a medical table, strips of cloth wrapped around her like some kind of haphazard mummy. Gazing upon her, the leader of the survivors' colony, Citron, makes his decision. The superpowered beings belong in the dome, and now Mary Beth is among them, though no fault of her own. She must join the others. He must contact Dr. Migraine. Flash forward. Disoriented, Mary Beth awakens in an apartment in Sentinel City, an anomalous being in the system. Somehow you know this woman is important.
Oh, you're new.
You follow
That's
this
cool.
strange person to Joe's Diner of all places, and you watch as she joins another familiar face at the booth, Abigail. Formerly the person you knew as Rita Riot before all of this, and now a member of the cleanup crew in Sentinel City. The poor girl that just wanted a normal life, and finally got it. Sort of. It's heartbreaking to know that you can somehow disrupt this cycle of events, but if you do, you'll be robbing her of the one thing that she's always wanted. Fate can be cruel.
Hey girl,
Hey.
did you just finish work?
Yeah, cleaning up after yet another attempted butchicide.
Oh my god, how many has it been this week?
Enough.
Okay.
Yeah. You're kind of wrapped up today.
Oh,
I didn't think it was that cold out.
I am feeling weird, but
Oh God, tell me about it.
I mean, it's not much different than yesterday, I think, right?
Well, I mean, you know, the ongoing dread of life and, continuing and marching on till the end of days.
Wow, I haven't really ever thought of life like that.
Just doesn't seem to change, does it?
Doesn't it?
Does
it?
it?
What do you mean by that, though? I don't know. I feel like life is like fresh and exciting, you know? You think it's like What did you just say? What was the
I
exact
clean
wording?
up rubble every day.
I know, but
That said, I also have coffee every day, and I'm pretty happy about that.
Okay, I will not argue with you there. But imagine that the rubble every day is like
Brand new rubble.
brand new rubble, and it's got a different name and it's got a different face. Instead of the rubble that's like, hey, I'm Jack the rubble piece. Today it's like, hey, I'm Leslie. Don't you think of it like that? I do.
I didn't, but I'm about to. How do you do that? How do you do that? How do you take my perfectly normal, boring day talking to Jack and Leslie, the pieces of rubble, and turn it into somehow the best day of my life? Thank you.
You're welcome. I thought maybe you'd want a better day. I thought maybe you'd want the best day, so I brought up Jack and Leslie.
I appreciate that.
Your faves.
Jack and Leslie, favorite
Anyway.
pieces of rubble.
I know. What do you order? What did you order just now?
Oh, I got cherry pie. It always makes me feel a little bit better.
I've never had their cherry pie. Can I taste yours?
Oh my god, please get up my pie.
Molly Migraine and Bombshell enter the diner. Molly is clearly frustrated. Butch will simply not let this conspiracy thing go, and he won't listen to her. Hopefully, you can convince Bombshell to step in before Butch does something really crazy.
So look, Bombshell, right? Yeah, great. I need your help.
I am very good at many things. What can I assist you with?
I know you are. You know our good friend Butch.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you know you like really want him to be a hero.
Oh, he is a hero. He just doesn't know it yet.
Yes, actually, yes, he doesn't know it yet. So I think you need to like be his mentor.
I saw a show one time that had mentors, and they were mentoring new singers.
Similar. So you need to mentor him to be a superhero. I mean, like, look, is this detective thing like that he's got going?
I have seen a show about that as well.
Yeah, and it was crap, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Okay, we agree. Right. So like.
Though I did like the secretary. She had sass.
I mean, okay.
Okay, so what if he's happy doing what he's doing?
Hello.
Hi. Sorry, I couldn't help. I overheard.
I overhear a lot.
Hi, Bombshell.
Yeah, and I can overhear everything.
Molly, Myring.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
I am Bombshell.
Hello.
We know.
We're having a private conversation.
No, I understand that.
not
It just
private.
occurred to me, maybe, that he has a private life.
Oh,
And,
cool. So do I, and I'm having a private conversation in my private life.
Okay, cool. You continue doing that.
I love how bold you are.
Yeah, well, might get me killed.
I would not kill you.
I would. Anyway.
That is not what heroes do.
Cute.
I do not understand. Why is that cute? Were there flowers, bunnies, hearts, glitter? What makes it cute?
I will show you in a minute. But back to the topic at hand. I think that there is a superhero in Butch that he doesn't know exists.
I agree.
And I think that you need to get that out of him.
And how shall I do that?
We don't need this. We don't need him doing taking those pictures of people. That's gross.
I am meeting him on Tuesday at the tallest green building next to the bank with the hole.
Great. I think you should be with him 24/7. I think that superhero training needs to be a hands-on activity. And that the only way for him, okay, like not like that, obviously, room.
Yeah, be careful with
Shh. I heard that.
I was not built for such things.
You are fully functional, as we have already discussed.
We have discussed this? Why would we discuss this? It seems improper.
You know, it was late.
I have no memory of this.
Oh, really? That's weird.
Super weird. Anyway, I feel like, if we let him get off track too far, he's never gonna become that hero that he needs to be. Can you just stick with him and just make him a hero?
Well, and what about you? You could also be a hero.
No.
Why not?
Because I will kill everyone.
Why?
Because I can hear everyone all the time.
You could use that for good.
I want you to hear every single person and every single thought they say all the time, and I want you to tell me if that's awesome.
Can I
So
steal
what
the power?
you're saying is that you don't
never
need
tried
me
before,
to voice
but
my opinions
don't
right
see any
now?
reason why you
Okay,
couldn't.
Cool.
Okay, I will try.
Oh yeah. Oh, this is dope. I'm into this.
I beat it by 6.
You're like standing in the middle of the most crowded stadium in your life mentally right now, and everyone is screaming. Everyone. You just hear millions of screaming voices.
You're never gonna
Luckily,
stop
that
doing
computes.
Oh my god, the room is filling up
It's
with
not
paper.
emotionally distressful, but she's going through an awful lot of paper.
Yes.
Yeah, no.
Now, from
What
every
about
random
this?
thought about forgetting
guess
to
we
maybe
must be
turn
on-
off the stove to
Somebody clip her doing that.
Let's get rolling on a hashtag musical.
thank you,
Let's
chat.
get going on that.
After Mary Beth and Abigail finish their lunch, they say their goodbyes and head to the door. You know this Mary Beth is somehow important, and you must know more. Following her, you pass Molly and Bombshell in the midst of their argument. It continues to bother you that Molly always seems so dead set in stopping Butch from getting anywhere with his investigation in every single cycle. There's something just not right about the whole thing. Molly, that strange woman passes again, the one you can't sense. She always seems to be around when Butch gets one of his wild ideas. It's time to find out just who this woman thinks she is.
Yeah. Who are you? Who are you?
Hashtag cool rule and hashtag secret from Christian because we're on
What did it do?
Well, she's a mama. She's been texting the whole time.
I was even thinking that it was good that she didn't.
Well, I'm going to turn that over to you, Christian. Would you please give our audience a secret of the metaverse?
So I only have to give her the secret, right?
Now we just know we have to frisk her before she is on shows.
I'll go through my list and I'll get you something good.
Okay.
By the end of the
Your
episode.
list of secrets.
Oh yeah.
You let us know when you have that ready.
Secret
All
one,
right.
there's a list of secrets.
List, of course.
No, I'm sorry I interrupted. Please continue.
Who are you?
One.
Clearly you're someone, you're here, you're physical, in front of me. So who are you?
Can I ask you a question?
I guess. Actually, please do.
You're not evil, so why do you go along with this? Because you're bad.
Well,
I mean, I know you think sometimes you are, and like there's that part of your brain that you feel a little broken in, but that's not him. I mean, the fact that you know it's broken means it's not him.
You know what? You are, great. I will catch you next time. Bye. I assume it's the Tina picture, like, Yes. That was good.
Dang.
That was good.
Whoa.
Yeah. Oh, I've never done
I feel like I was watching a chess match, and it was like pawn to B2 checkmate.
Yeah.
What started?
More than 200 years in, and every attempt to change things has just made it worse. It's like some malevolent force is countering every attempt to alter events. In this particular one, things have gone very bad. A branch of Sapphire Bank is in the middle of a robbery when things go wrong. Unable to get to their getaway vehicle in time, the robbers have been trapped inside and taken hostages. Bombshell has arrived on the scene, dragging an extremely reluctant Butch Baker. The police have cordoned off the area, but have not made contact with the robbers.
Look, the police are already here, Bombshell. You don't even need me for this.
Yes, we do. The police are not equipped to handle such thieves and deviants.
Okay.
We must assist.
Right, but
It is our duty, Butch.
I know, but I've got a thing about heights, and
I will carry you.
you are carrying me. I'm just asking you to put me back down on the ground.
You said that you are afraid of heights. If I drop you from here, it would be distressing.
Go ahead.
Within the bank, the poor Mary Beth huddles with the hostages on the floor, terrified of the villain's bandolier and ordnance, who apparently never got the memo that guns aren't superpowers.
Are you kidding me?
Guns aren't superpowers.
In this cycle, Mary Beth is a bank teller. Every time her story is a little bit different, lending further evidence that she's somehow important to all this. You just can't figure out how yet.
Am I kidding? Oh, okay.
I would like to go into swarm form and disarm the bandits.
They're inside the bank somewhere, with hostages.
Okay, I want to carry Butch. We're
Okay.
flying into the second floor window. We swoop in, and then I put him down gently.
Yeah, you carried me like a baby.
Well, in what manner should I carry you?
Well, you
like a
swallowed
sack of
him, too,
potatoes?
so
You shouldn't carry me.
How else are you going
I
to
don't
fly?
want to fight crime with you, Bombshell.
Yes, you do.
We got hostages down here. You shouldn't be in here.
You should not be in here, deviants.
We'll shoot them.
You are miscreants and bad.
Yeah, we're going. We're out.
No, we are not. Swarm form, and then I just go and get all their weapons.
And which of course drops me because she can't hold.
As you go into storm form, let's go ahead and roll some initiative for combat, shall we?
27.
27 for Miss Bombshell.
What did they say?
Mr. Baker?
That shawarma form joke was good, Chad. That's what I'm laughing.
Shawarma form?
Shawarma form. That's good.
It's particularly appropriate, all things considered.
Bombshell, can you hear me?
Always.
Okay.
I
That
left
is-
a nano wasp in your ear and in your mouth.
That's awful. Thank you. Look, don't worry about disarming them. Just get the hostages out.
How shall I do that?
I don't know. You could probably carry them since they don't weigh 900 pounds apiece like I do.
Okay.
Butch, what was that initiative score for you?
Oh, I didn't roll
Will
it
you
because
be
I don't
di-
have any 12s.
Will you be disarming?
Sort of.
Charmingly disarming?
What will you be doing? Butch.
I'm trying to figure out what number that is. I'm like, it's the
I know
little.
it's the funny demon.
Here, can I use a
The
different one?
chronicler needs to know more about how the metaverses function and interact. Time for dinner at #Joe's.
Oh.
Thank you.
All right, before we start this combat, we're going to skip
27 plus 6.
and have a scene at Joe's.
Ooh.
Oh, we are?
Oh, yes. They paid for one.
Oh, that's what just happened.
Yes.
Yeah.
Joe, no more lunch break.
Sorry. I was in the back.
In one of these cycles, the two of you have had a conversation over lunch, dinner, milkshakes, pie, whatever it is. It's about how the metaverse functions and interacts. Begin.
Are you going to tell me?
Strawberry. I explained it when I said it down. It's been strawberry every time you've
It's
ordered.
been 200 years, the joke's still not funny.
You know, you give anything enough time, it gets funny. Wait for it?
I'll wait till the next
Nope.
200 years.
Okay.
No. This?
This? What, the city?
Usually, when I'm not here, I can hear everything. It's very quiet here.
It is. Wait a little bit, train will come by, fix
Yeah.
that. Or
Why?
Butch might get punched again, you never know.
It's not Tuesday.
Or Wednesday or Thursday.
Tuesday, Friday.
But Don must be in danger. Tuesday night, remember that? Yeah.
Buffy.
Never mind.
Time done?
Ooh, now we're all in danger.
Why can't I hear anybody else?
Anybody here?
Any other stories?
Well, why do you think?
I think something is blocking them, or I'm not being let there anymore.
How many stories do you think there normally are to be told?
I don't know, but I know there's more than what I'm hearing.
How do you know that?
How many stories do you know?
Well, I mean, parables alone, we could talk about several dozen.
All the pilots that come in here and talk to you.
Yep.
How many stories do you know?
I couldn't even try to count.
Same thing.
I mean, I know the number, but I'm not going to try to count it.
Right. Same thing. But add in the avatars too.
Hmm.
And the not avatars.
So right now you're saying you can only hear
This world.
yes.
And the stories stuck.
Ever happened before?
No. You know more about
You
how
should
all
try that
this
shake. I'm telling you, I worked really hard on it this time.
This time.
works. If I drink it, will you talk about what I need you to talk about?
It's possible. Nothing else, you get some sustenance.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Why do I have to eat now?
I mean, otherwise the mouth is just kind of superfluous. I mean, most of what you do is listen. Not even a smile for that?
No.
I'm telling you, the shake would help a lot.
I don't understand why I'm real now.
That's a fair observation.
You're not answering my question.
No, I was acknowledging your feelings. I mean, that's a start, right?
Not when I'm asking a direct question.
You said it earlier, something stuck.
Alright. You have rules you have to follow.
Yep, just like you. Not the same, but you know.
Can you tell me what the rules are that you have to follow?
Be fast, be funny, be on time, wear the shoes.
Don't touch the kids.
Old improv joke.
I'm leaving it there. What are your rules?
Some of them are similar to yours. Don't get involved much. Unless you feel like it. No one catches you. Unless they do. Then wipe their bill clean, and usually that's enough.
I don't know if anybody's looking for me to catch me.
Not that I'm aware of.
It's not as reassuring as you think.
You brought it up earlier, something stuck. What do you do when something gets stuck?
If I was where I'm supposed to be, nothing. But
Well,
I'm not.
Register gets stuck, I usually just, hit it. That tends to work.
I think Butch is hitting enough things for both of us.
True. Toilet gets stuck, I tend to unclog it. Actually, that's not true. Usually I ask Cook to do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Food safety
I
standards
was
are
like,
high here.
He always washes his hands.
First question, he uses his hands?
Oh man.
Now you're asking a metaverse question.
This is unseemly. Bombshell does not approve.
It doesn't make apple pie before that.
You said it earlier, something stuck. So what do you do? What do you do when something's stuck?
You know I want to help.
Okay.
I don't know if I can.
Punch the bank. Hashtag musical also. Chris Ode, you are starting to look like a splatter on the wall from that stare.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chad.
What's the worst that happens if you get involved? I mean, for that
Worst
matter, are you really
case,
going
I
to tell me
don't-
you haven't gotten involved?
Not to the extent that I think I have to. Worst case, I get involved. I don't write any more stories. Best case, I don't write their stories anymore.
Maybe.
That's how it goes.
Maybe it's someone else's story who needs to be told right now. What's that, Cook? Oh, yeah, sorry. I gotta
If
go
you
help in the
wanted
back.
a story, you could just ask for one.
Shifting back to the bank. What was that initiative score, Butch?
33.
33.
Jesus Christ.
He's falling really fast.
I know.
As you plummet towards the ground, you go first.
As I plummet towards the ground, I go first. Well, since she dropped me and she was going to go fly into the bank, I'm landing on the bank. Fist first.
It's more through the bank than on the bank.
Yes.
Yeah.
A bank just got punched. Again.
There you go.
It is done.
Again.
Well, I mean, that's assuming that I actually can hit it.
Oh, you're going to hit the bank. It's just a question of how. Are you just going to
It might be face first.
hit the bank, or are you going to hit the
I'm
bank?
trying to punch it. Is that a 1 or an 8? That's a 1. That's good.
Good.
All right, you
So I
do
rolled a total
manage.
of an 8.
You do manage to punch the bank. Excellent.
Take that.
Nice.
You bore an entire hole through the roof and
Land
plunge
right in the
through.
middle, superhero style, maybe.
Right in the middle. Very, very
Which
much.
is to say, like, I don't do the
superhero
cool, like, landing on my knees. I may have been attempting that, but really, I kind of just land on my ass with my feet splayed out in different directions.
Barely a few feet from both Bandolier and Ordnance, who look extremely uncomfortable with your arrival.
Oh, hey guys. Where the hostages go?
All right, 31 across the street, up about 6 blocks and more than a half a mile away. Griefer fires a shot.
God.
What? I'm not that character.
So,
That was cute.
boys, I'm gonna have to ask you to drop your weapons and let these hostages. Oh God! Damn! Why? Why?
Butch Butch, are you all right? Says many, many nanowasps.
What did you do? Ow!
A bullet passed right through where your nanowasps were, formed as Bombshell a moment ago, as though someone had a great shot lined up for you and instead hit Butch in the back of the head.
Oh. I believe that shot was intended for me. I am so sorry.
I can't hear you.
Yes, you can.
Am I bleeding? That's blood. That is my blood.
I will fix it.
Bombshell, a bullet just passed through where you were moments ago. Butch has crashed into the bank, and there are 2 nefarious armed gentlemen with a dozen hostages.
Oh, okay.
Butch, would you prefer I heal you, disarm the
Which one of you 2 just shot me?
Butch, please listen. Would you prefer that I heal you, disarm the villains, free the hostages, or go and kill the person
In
who
the
shot
time
you?
that it has taken you to ask me that, I have healed.
Excellent. Would you like me to disarm the villains, free the hostages?
Free the hostages.
Excellent. Come with me. And I gather them with many.
You 2, put down those guns.
You separate your body into millions or hundreds of nanowasps and pluck up individual people and begin carrying them out towards the bank. Ordnance and Bandolier open fire with small arms on Butch.
You told me not to disarm them.
Very little arms.
It's a thing that you see villains all the time do, but you never quite understand because bullets don't really do anything to Butch. And he really hates it when people use guns. It's almost like these guys just want to get punched. And even worse, at this close of range, the small arms fire just bounces off of Butch. And before either of you can do a single thing, one of these poor hostages, this little bank teller, she's got a little name tag on, Mary Beth, is shredded to pieces with small arms fire.
Oh, you sons of... And I grab one of them by the head and the other one by the head and I Batman them. I'd allow it.
Give me a fighting roll. Give me 2 fighting rolls.
Uno is a 5. That's a really good roll. And dos is a 7. I'm rolling well today. That never happens.
You crack both of their heads together. Neither of them is particularly resilient, so you're more than able to knock them unconscious. Again, guns, not a superpower.
No.
But can I do a superhero lore check to kind of figure out what their deal is?
Absolutely.
Because nobody doesn't have powers, you know. It's
Absolutely you can. Go ahead and give me one of those superhero ones. You think you've heard of these guys before? They're minor leaguers.
9. So I beat it by 4.
You are very familiar, actually, with them. They're constantly helping out Griefer. They're his go-to gun guys. Bandolier never runs out of ammunition of any gun he's carrying. And Ordnance, though he's a very limited scope in his imagination, stumbled across the Gauntlet of Ares. And while he could summon almost any weapon, he just continuously summons guns. And more guns. And more guns.
Yes.
I'll be taking that. I mean to turn in to the police. I don't need the Gauntlet of Ares. The last thing I need is more superpowers at this point.
You can add
You pull the gauntlet off, and another one of those bullets hits you really hard in the back of the head.
Okay. Okay, that was somebody else who shot me. That wasn't you guys. I shouldn't have hit you so hard.
I told you that. Do you remember when you told me not to go get them?
Yeah.
But all these hostages are safe out here.
Except for the dead one.
Except for
Well,
that
I didn't
one.
know that one has died yet. I'm outside with all the other ones.
Can you see if you can do something about that one and make sure she's all right?
There's one that is dead?
Shot, at the very least, yes.
I will fly and form over.
She is very dead.
This one is very dead.
So, is that a success or a failure by your count? With the crime fighting there, Bombshell.
There are 2 bad guys taken. There are 8 hostages saved. There is 1 dead.
Then we didn't do our job right.
No.
This is why I don't do this work.
But we did do good.
We didn't even do well.
No, we did good. Not we did well. We did good things.
We did good poorly.
We did good not as well as we could, but with more training and practice,
Don't call
we
me
could do
again.
better.
In the aftermath of the tragedy, a grief-stricken Butch leaves, waving off the media and even a sympathetic Rosencrantz. Swarmed by reporters, Bombshell is left to answer for the horror that has occurred. You feel Butch's heartbreak keenly. You feel it for yourself. You've discovered you've grown quite fond of these people. And that poor girl, Mary Beth, deserved none of this. At all. Even knowing that there's going to be another cycle doesn't make you feel any better. You head back to your only shelter in this storm, Joe's Diner. Butch is already there, sitting in a corner booth. He's got a cup of coffee, but he's just stirring it, staring into it. The air of sadness can't even be cut by Hollywood's ever-present smile. It has not been a good day.
Shake?
Is that supposed to make it better?
Nope.
Fine.
Just makes it a shake.
Taking a top up, Hollywood.
Yeah, of course. Tough day?
Yeah.
You want to talk about it?
You know, yeah. I am not a superhero. I tell people every day.
Which definition are we using for the record?
Professional crime fighter that wears a costume and has superpowers.
Okay, so we're just going to set aside the superpowers part for got it. Okay, got it. Yep.
Well, do you know anybody in this town who doesn't have superpowers? See?
Sure, there's got to be a couple.
I haven't met one yet. And that's weird in and of itself, but... people keep asking me to do things that I don't want to be doing. And they always go horribly wrong. And I feel like I could be doing something different. Does this make any sense?
It's because you're a hero.
Makes a lot of sense.
You're not a superhero, but you're a hero.
Do I know you?
Probably not.
She does seem really familiar.
Huh. Well, I'm not. I was when I was a kid. Sure.
No, you were a superhero when you were a kid. But you're a hero now.
No. Heroes save people. I got somebody killed today by bullets bouncing off of me.
Heroes try to save people. And they feel bad when they don't. And they never feel like they do a good enough job.
I wasn't even supposed to be there.
What would have happened if you were?
Bombshell probably would have taken care of it in just under a minute, I imagine.
She would have talked that long at
Luckily, she multitasks, so you do know her.
Ooh, that tea is
Oh yeah,
hot.
she's been coming in here for a while.
Guns, man. Right?
Yeah.
Thanks for listening. I'm sorry I'm not more fun.
Sorry you had a rough day.
Back at the bank. These cleanup jobs are the worst. The ones with dead bodies. It's always so horrible, so sad. You try not to look at them, try not to think about them. Sometimes the good guys don't win. Shifting aside some rubble, you're startled when the crushed woman, bullet-riddled, hidden underneath, gasps and sucks in a breath, eyes wide. You have no idea how, but you're alive. You know you were dead. And now you're not.
Jesus Christ, Mary Beth!
Why am I alive? I know I was dead.
Why were you dead? Wait, this is a practical joke. It is a not funny. You are like one of two friends that I have in the entire goddamn city. Yeah, Derek had his whole thing, and it's a long story.
I hate Derek. I'm glad you prefer me.
We'll cover that later. What the fuck, man? You know that I clean up these scenes. Why would you pretend to be dead?
Abigail, I am not pretending.
I do not.
I really died.
The blood looks awfully real.
Look at this real-looking blood. I'm not good at mixing.
Great. It could also be. You're not good at fixing.
Remember
people.
that time?
I do remember
Halloween?
that time. Yes,
It was too
it
soupy.
was.
Why was it
and
orange?
Your head.
Get out. Silly about the orange tie. Anyway, Abigail, I died. I don't know why I'm alive. Why am I alive?
Yeah, that's a really fantastic question. Why are you alive?
Who can we ask?
Molly
Help me,
Migraine
has
appears
this
as though from
happened to
thin
you
air.
Before? Have you died before?
I've never
Has she
died.
died before?
I'm sorry, and I would like to make it look as though I'm flipping out a badge that is a much higher rank than hers. That's what I want her to see.
Great.
Excellently done.
Excellent. Mary Beth, you're gonna have to come with me.
Well, no. Sorry. Hi. This is my friend. She's not going anywhere unless I go with her.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you have the jurisdiction to do that?
I have the friendship.
Poor Abigail is about to take another strange trip to #Joe's.
We will get to that in one moment.
The law doesn't care about your friendship. She's coming with me.
Oh, fantastic. I am also.
Excellent. I put her to sleep.
Oh, yeah.
You sleep.
You sleep.
Can you tell me what happened to me?
That's a different power.
I can. Come with me.
She be okay?
She'll be just fine. She's dreaming about ponies. It's adorable.
Okay,
How did you know I was
Was that the cute thing?
I take off my blood-soaked shawl and lay it on her so she'll remember.
Wake up thinking she's dead.
As you
can't
leave,
leave anything at the crime scene, sweetheart. I'm gonna need the shawl.
Okay, I get it.
Thank you. Here.
Can I write her a note?
No, I'll leave her one.
Okay. It's all my bloody stuff.
I want to erase. Can I erase the
Oh,
memory
yes.
of Abigail while she's sleeping? Of all of this? Great.
that was a close one. It's unfortunate, but you had to put the Mary Beth girl into stasis for the rest of this cycle. Dad was right. She is a complication. Perhaps next time will go better. It's not like you're going to remember it anyway. Fast forward. More than 270 years have passed, and nothing you have done has been enough. Nothing. We find Butch Baker, swarmed by giant mechanical spiders and confronted by more than a half dozen supervillains.
Oh, come on!
It has not been a good week for Butch. Every old villain has come out of the woodwork, interrupting your efforts to get to the bottom of this conspiracy. You're pretty sure somebody's been playing with people's minds, and you are going to put a stop to it if people would just stop hitting you.
Guys, I'm really on to something this time. Is there any way I can take a rain check on you guys kicking my ass today?
And while we pause that, we shift into the diner. You, inside the diner, are going to have your wonderful conversation as Butch runs by outside the street, chased by robot spiders and supervillains, and then comes by several minutes again, and then again, and then again. And at Joe's diner,
I think it was Abigail.
it was Abby. Oh, I'm sorry. Abby, you're at Joe's
Yes,
Diner having a
yes.
conversation with Hollywood.
Done knowing.
Okay. All
Want
right.
some more cherry pie?
It's like you know me.
Yeah, well, you know. People can be predictable.
Yeah. You know,
He does.
you know something.
I know a lot of things.
Yeah, okay.
I know this menu frontwards and backwards.
Oh, good job. You work here. I should hope so. Wait, how much does a cherry pie cost? How much does a cherry pie cost?
Oh, $2.75.
Great. What are the allergens?
The allergens?
Yes.
Cherries. I mean, that's actually oddly enough, no cherries. Mock cherry pie.
I was just testing you to see how much you know.
I mean, wheat.
about
You know, if
the-
you've got any kind of dairy issue,
Right.
that we do use butter in the
Okay,
crust, so
great.
that could be a problem
Cool.
for some people.
So what do you do if you order the pie animal style?
Oh,
Secret menu.
Secret menu.
That's when it's with real cherries. Otherwise, it's always mock cherries.
Right.
Then they aren't
I need
actually
to know
fake
what a mock
cherries.
cherry
They
is.
just make fun of you the whole time you're trying to eat.
Mock
Great.
cherries.
I'm emotionally stable enough for that.
I guess it's mocking
That's
cherries.
like
isn't it?
you're not though, right?
No, it's super not.
Empath, right?
Yeah. Which is actually what I wanted to talk to you about because I feel like every day that goes past there's more to feel but I don't think that the population is necessarily
That's a
growing.
conversation to have with your parents.
Wow. Thanks.
Sorry.
Wow, you had to bring up my parents. Cute. That's really smooth, Joe.
Sore subject?
Yeah, kinda. Jesus Christ.
You are descended from the best.
Well, got a lot to show for that, don't I?
So what's going on? What's on your mind?
I I feel like everybody is feeling a lot because I am feeling a lot of what everybody else is feeling, but they're
That's
not
fair.
acknowledging what they are feeling, and so I have to acknowledge it. And since I'm acknowledging it, and I'm not particularly good at acknowledging and dealing with things, I just feel like every day it gets a little bit more, and I need more pie to deal with it. And like between a couple of factors here, I'm not doing great.
Empathy kind of sucks.
Oh, no shit.
No, I'm just realizing that, like the empathic power, it's kind of tough one there. Oh, jeez. Thanks, Lumiere.
And the more upset I get about that, the harder the punch is gonna be. Just
Just a little FYI.
just to, you know, I haven't.
No, so you're feeling a lot because people are feeling a lot.
Yeah.
Gotcha. What are they feeling?
Run by again. Hey guys!
Whatever that is.
Oh, he'll be back about 7
Confusion.
minutes. We'll,
Yeah. A lot of pain. I feel like I had some pain, but I don't know why, and I don't know where it got to. And it's strange to have an emotional memory without a memory attached to it.
Now that is odd. So you're telling me that the emotions you're feeling right now, you feel as if they are deeper than just...
There are a shit ton of chemicals running through my body, but no memory of how that happened. They're not drugs. It's just feelings. Feelings. No, you know what I mean, right?
I think so, yeah.
Like I can eat this pie and the sugar will give me endorphins and the endorphins will like fuel me for a day and I might forget that I ate the pie but I'd still have the endorphins, right? Well, something is giving me a lot of really negative shit and I don't know what those chemicals are, but it's coming from everywhere, not just from me, and no one seems to know why.
How far into this cycle are we?
270 years.
270 years. You're about halfway through this cycle. You're just shortly
This one's been running for...
about 5 years now.
Okay.
You're about
Joe
halfway.
says those little vestigial jukeboxes at the tables, right? Hashtag musical.
Nice.
Getting close.
Oh my
no.
god.
Almost.
Oh my god.
Is it really cool?
No, I mean, I think what you're discussing is, what you're describing is real. It's painful. It's kind of the story of this place, as it were.
And you don't know anything?
Told you I know a lot of things. Not allowed to share some of it.
Okay, but like, how long have we been friends?
That's a tricky question. I've known you...
How long have I been paying my bill on time?
You've been paying your bill on time for as long as you've been a customer here.
What's the deal with the woman down the bar that only sort of stares at strawberry milkshakes?
She has eaten at least one that I can remember. It took her a very long time to do so. A couple days.
Was it still a milkshake at that point, or was it just soup?
Only the loosest definition of the word.
Insure.
It's sure.
Oh my god!
Whenever life gets you down, Mrs. Brown, and things seem hard or tough, and people are stupid, obnoxious or daft, and you feel that you've had quite an OOF. Hashtag musical for the hashtag secrets of the universe.
We've got a musical.
We do have a musical.
And we've almost got a second one after that.
secrets.
I see two now.
Excellent. 2 secrets. Well, one of the secrets was asked to Christian, so he still is going to ask that one. Whoever purchased that one, will you let us know which person you want to have to do the musical scene next? That's kind of important. Who do you want to throw under the bus?
Wait, so just one person has to say?
Only one person is required to. Everyone is encouraged to participate. But one of you is required to.
But those who don't participate would be...
I think we threw Chris under the bus. All right.
Oh, yay!
I support you fully.
Thank you so much, Richard. Always my favorite.
Excellent.
We haven't started that yet, so I'm going to think about that for a moment.
No worries. And as for secrets and others, do you have yours yet?
And do you prefer Abby or Abigail?
Abby, I think, at this point.
As soon as he's back, I'll...
Okay.
Abby, what would you like to know?
I want to know if there is something that is happening that is distressing people I want to know if people are not remembering trauma. Because I am feeling trauma without a purpose or a origin.
Sort of some sort of clear source to it.
Yes.
You can answer that.
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking that. Yeah. I think it's fair to say that the people of Sentinel City have been through a lot of late.
I mean, more than just property damage.
Property damage, mental damage, soul damage. Pretty much any kind of damage you can come up with, it's out there right now.
So why don't they remember it? And why don't they acknowledge it?
Well, I mean, we could talk about denial. We could talk about burying things deep down. Sometimes people do that on their own. Sometimes people get help with it.
So you're telling me that the city needs one great big therapist?
This town needs an enema.
That sounds
The
uncomfortable.
enema lad lives right down the street.
Hang it high, hot, and soapy. All right.
Where you haven't moved out of?
I couldn't help it. The Batman theme song went through my head as soon as you said that.
Unfortunately, therapist has the worst name for a superhero.
It went better once they fixed the kerning.
Yeah, once they get the space out of it, it was not nearly as bad.
Shotgun.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yes.
James, what happens next?
I kind of want to.
You know, honestly,
Anyway,
I want
guys,
to need this to finish
I
up.
think, I think these things that you're dredging up, these questions that you have, they're real, they're valid. You're onto something worth exploring. And I think that person you were talking about at the end of the counter, she might be a good person to talk to at some point.
Hey, milkshake.
Yes?
Sorry, you probably have a name.
I do.
What is your name?
Monday.
Tuesday, happy days, Wednesday.
I don't know. Maybe there's a Tuesday, but I haven't met them.
I see. I'm Abby.
I'm Monday.
It's nice to meet you. What, my friend here seems to think that you can help answer my questions.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't say that she could answer them. I just said she'd be a good person to talk to about them.
Are you a therapist?
No. I can try. If you want.
Alright. So I'm an empath and I'm feeling a lot right now, and I don't seem to know why I'm feeling a lot, and maybe like you can, I don't know, send me home with a pat on the head and I'll feel better.
That probably wouldn't work.
No. Got any thoughts?
Do you not want to feel it?
You know, I want to be normal. I've wanted to be normal. No one's normal, so everyone's normal, I guess. But it's an awful lot of pain without an awful lot of ways to help people deal with that pain or avoid that pain.
I'm pretty crappy at my job.
Oh, cool. Me too.
Well,
Great. Bonding. 3 friends now.
well, you're my first, so that's good. I'm supposed to write things, but I don't write them the right way. Everybody else at the job, they just write, names, dates, facts.
So you're a journalist.
Sure. But I don't know. Those stories I don't hear them. I hear stories about a southern gentleman who wants to plant a garden and can only make guns. Or a man who thinks he's worth nothing but whose wife loves him even in death. Those are the ones I care about, and those are the ones I write, and They say I shouldn't, and that I'm doing the wrong thing. And I've tried not writing that, but I don't know. It kind of feels like you're not living your life, that you're dead already. It sucks. It's not fun, but I don't know. I guess I'd rather be that than not.
So you come to Joe's to not really drink a milkshake and write your manuscript?
No, I come for him to make fun of me for not drinking my milkshake.
No problem! Not listening.
Thinks he's cute.
But
He is cute.
you hear stories. Are they true? Are they real stories?
Every story is true that has a heart in it.
What do you hear here?
I hear the same things you do.
I'm not hearing anything. I'm just feeling things.
Hearing. It's the same thing.
So are you telling me that the things that I am feeling are real and they have an origin, and that origin for some reason is being ignored or forgotten by everyone?
It's my theory anyway.
I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I'm not crazy.
No, you're not crazy. There are some crazy people here. You're not one of them.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
We return to outside. Butch, on the run, has managed to duck down an alley, thinking perhaps he has escaped his pursuers. Right when you're about to catch your breath, a large robotic spider lands on top of you. Maybe you shouldn't have pissed off the armor guy again.
Yeah. Bad. I hate those spiders, man.
Will you give me an initiative, please, Butch?
8 legs, all the more to hug you with.
I sent him all the notes from any episode that I've ever done.
It was good reading.
23.
You will go first, sir.
Me versus the spider?
Currently there is one, but you know where there's one, there's more.
Oh, good. There are the rest. Let's see. There are, what, hundreds?
Hundreds.
And then
of
also
them.
supervillains?
Supervillains chasing you. It's been a bad week.
Yeah. All right.
Like, every time you're about to find a clue in this conspiracy, somebody hits you.
Yeah. Well, that's not okay. All right. I've just formulated a daring plan.
All right.
I'm going to run away as fast as I can in one direction, as far as I can.
That's the other show.
That's my job.
I'm going to.
Writing it.
You take off running if the spider's
I'm
still
going to try.
clinging
Like,
to
maybe
you.
they won't
Something
chase
is
me out of the
biting
city.
him.
I'll just run out of the city.
That's why it's the other side.
Yeah, I see.
You run towards the edge of the city.
I'm right.
Several more of these spiders land upon you, slowing you down to a crawl and then to a complete stop.
Okay. Uncle?
They'd easily tear a normal person to shreds, but you're rather resilient, so the metal legs aren't really piercing your flesh. But they are holding you down.
Ticklish.
And you could see the rocky feet of Jackhammer right in front of your face.
Man.
Oh, shit.
You feel the fingers cling to the back of your collar and
Hey, Jack.
rise up.
Fight back this time.
And then that
I want a
fist hits
day
you.
off.
Every time Jack Hammer hits you with his fist, he hits you 4 times.
This is correct. By the time the third one hits, your eyes have gone back in your head and you're out like a light.
Booby traps.
You were about to head to yoga class when out of nowhere, Butch Baker, aka Kid Freaking Titan, crashes into your living room. Through the wall. He appears to be unconscious.
Volkswagen.
From outside, through the giant hole, you hear a terrible voice shouting, "Find him! Bring me Butch's head!" Peeking through the hole, you can see a horde of robotic spiders and several notorious supervillains spread out and heading this way. You know it won't take them long to see the hole in the side of your building.
Butch Baker? Butch Baker?
He's out.
5 minutes more.
Okay, I'm gonna throw my yoga mat down and grab his leg and pull him into my closet nearby.
Never thought I'd end up back here.
Man, you are strong for the yogaing.
Oh yeah.
Oh my
I had
God.
just
Yeah, he is.
Right?
He's
900
exceedingly
pounds.
heavy. It takes everything you have and
Okay.
he should not be this heavy.
I just did several sun salutations, and you're always stronger after you do them, the sitting poses, and you stand back up, and it's like, whoa, I have all this new strength, so it was right then.
Is it
He is
hot yoga?
remarkably
I
heavy
need
for
to
his
know.
size.
He weighs
Hot
900
yoga.
pounds, so you kind of have to roll him.
Put him on the yoga mat.
Oh, so
It's more like a
good.
tire, yeah. And eventually
Okay,
you're able to
I
get him into the closet, and you get close up and you can hear the stomping footsteps of someone in the apartment building
Oh,
making
geez.
their way out.
But not in my apartment.
Not yet.
Okay, I get up and I lay out my yoga mat and get on it.
The door flies off its hinges, and the stone form of Jack Hammer stands in the doorway. Behind them are a couple of clowns, bandolier and ordnance, guys that think guns are superpowers.
Oh, they were very scary to me. Hi.
Where's Butch Baker?
I don't know. Who's that? Where's Butch Baker?
Just shoot her.
No.
At that moment, you arrive on the scene, Bombshell, to hear the voice of someone saying, "Just shoot her," outside of an apartment building.
Miscreant, this is unwise behavior. I disarm him. And I'm in swarm for it.
And by that, I mean I tear off his arm.
But I'm not evil.
You know, you actually have to clarify in this show. You really do.
You do.
It's important.
All right, well, it depends on how I roll, but I will disarm him and see what happens.
You strip a weapon from
Sew them back on.
Ordnance's
I take your
hand.
hands out, sew them back on.
There we go. It's perfect.
Butch, you regain consciousness. You're in a closet. And we're going to start a wonderful new initiative. As a bystander, you are not included unless you want to be, other than to run. I would assume that you were trying to not get killed by supervillains.
Don't want to get killed by supervillains.
32.
But I want
32?
to. But I want to help somehow.
Absolutely, you can. Take those for me, would you? Roll them, please.
Okay, that was. I just picked them up. Why did I do that?
There we go.
All right, so we're going to put a 20 for you, Mary Beth. Our bombshell's a 32, correct?
You were going to say villain.
Yeah, our villain. Well, is she?
I caught that.
Yes. Yes.
What do we have over there, Mr. Baker?
31.
31.
Bad idea.
All right, all of our good guys and innocent bystanders go first. Bombshell, you have disarmed Ordnance. Bandolier still has a weapon. He is by far the least dangerous of the two.
Surly villains, unarm yourselves now or face the consequences. They are not disarming. I will assume bad intentions.
They did not immediately comply. This is true.
You must have had misspent youths.
Youths.
Hell, give me X-ray.
I would like.
X-ray comes up. You can see the layout.
And I can see who's on the other side of the closet door.
Yep. Bombshell, what are you going to do?
One of them have a gun.
One of them still has a gun.
There's two
He's getting a closet door.
minions, and then there's the big bad guy.
Yeah, in the apartment, there are several on the street down below, and the monstrous
Oh,
robot
and the
spiders are making their way up to the hole. There's all kinds of people that would really love to have a piece of Butch today.
Sure.
It's been happening all week. This is not the first time this week you've had to come to Butch's rescue.
It's my birthday.
Is Jack Hammer like the ringleader of the bad
It
guys?
seems like he's either the ringleader or the guy in charge currently.
Jack Hammer, our paths have crossed many times, but this will be the last. I'm stealing his power because I haven't done that before. And I'm going to punch him.
I hate it when she does this. Please give me a fighting roll, Bombshell.
Are all the nanowasps doing that?
Oh yeah, it's just like
okay.
little.
So stings 4 times.
I beat it by 5.
What if they swarm into a jackhammer and I'll do that?
Oh, that'd be cool.
You
They
bring
do that.
Jack Hammer down to one knee, but he is still conscious and on his feet. Mr. Baker.
That was a warning.
I'm gonna just kick the closet door down. Well, across the room and into bad guy.
All right, the one with the gun?
Yes.
That would be Bandolier.
Oh, man.
I did not know you were here.
I will allow either fighting or athletics, whichever skill you'd prefer to use for kicking a door at someone.
Oh, I'm gonna go with fighting for that, I feel like. Yeah, man, I rolled 5.
Butch, are you injured?
Yes!
Will you be alright?
Yeah.
Are you going to fight?
As the door flies off
The door flies off. Bandolier has turned to face you since you flew in, and he hears the sound and gets almost turned completely sideways before the door hits him, and he just goes straight through the hole in the side of the apartment and right out across the street into the next building.
That's the door hitting you on the way out.
Thank you, Bombshell.
Can you take off some sunglasses while you do it?
Bombshell,
Yes, Butch.
you are never, ever, ever to take another hero's one-liner.
Oh!
Whose one-liner was that? Yours?
I'm the one who hit him. I'm the one who gets to say the quippy thing.
Oh, I was trying to copy your quippy things. I enjoy them.
Well, that one was really good.
I am trying to study quippy things. I read a book. Would you like me to print it out
You know,
for
I
you?
have to go.
All right, you have kicked the door through. Chaos is happening in your apartment. What do you do?
It's not Friday.
Does anyone need anything?
Tea?
Water.
It would be best that you hide, miss.
Okay, would that would be the helpful thing?
I
Can I
mean-
throw you something like this paperweight?
I do not require a paperweight, as I am made up of millions of nano-wasps.
Okay. Do you need anything? Pencil? It's the closest thing 2 weeks.
Butch often needs motivation.
You got this! You can fit in a cool hole! You
Yeah,
can
I'm
do
gonna
it! Come
jump
on,
out the
Butch!
hole. I literally just run right out the hole and fall.
More motivation.
Jackhammer attempts to fight off the nano-wasps that are swarming him. It's rather comical in appearance.
It's like,
He even manages to hit a few of them, but it's like knocking sand out of the air. There's still so much more.
there is more where that came from, evildoer.
Why does she always do this to me?
She sucks!
I do not have a vacuum attachment.
Yes, you do!
Oh, I could make one.
Butch, as you clear the hole and out into the alleyway, you feel that familiar sting of a large caliber round to the forehead.
Reefer, you son of...
He's the worst. I mean, she. Whatever, I didn't care. I just cursed him forever in eternity.
In some alternate universe, they have no skin and they're suffering forever.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of throws off your balance, and instead of having a nice step out, now it's face first into the street below. It's like he was waiting for you.
Yeah, fell out of the ugly tree and hit every branch on the way down.
Precisely.
Butch, it would be better if you fought.
Thank you.
Thank you for saving me.
Jackhammer is fighting back, but there's not really accomplishing all that much. Butch stepped out into the chaos.
This is an impotent This is an impotent attempt. That's what I was getting at. Jackhammer, though my words be marred, my faith is not.
That's my...
Dang!
Damn.
What will you choose to do for Mr. Jackhammer?
Continue to bludgeon him with his own weaponry, obviously.
And the paper.
I'll take another fighting roll, please.
And the paperweight,
And the paperweight?
because the person I am rescuing would like me to. And I'm
Okay.
trying to be nicer.
Oh,
Wow.
shaped like a turtle.
Shaped like
For details' sake,
my
it's
beautiful
probably the fastest that turtle's ever gonna move.
You jackhammer his own type of punch into him several more times, and then finish it off with a nice paperweight shot to the forehead.
Yeah!
And the paperweight kind of just bends when it hits the stone and chips a little and breaks. But it was also unnecessary because he was completely unconscious from the beating you gave him before you even swung the paperweight.
victory waits for no one.
Good one!
I'm out.
Thank you.
You climb to your feet. You're in the alleyway surrounded by robotic spiders. On the plus side, Griefer probably can't hit you.
Because there's spiders in the way.
But every time you said that in the past, you've been
Griefer has
wrong.
shot me, right. Okay.
I love Creeper. I gotta be honest.
She's so bad.
No, that's because you made that horrible creation who should die forever and never beat an episode ever again. She shot my bunny.
Give it like 200 more
Bunny
years.
came back.
Right.
Yeah, this is the Harvey killer.
Bunny didn't die.
He did. He did. Just because he came back
Not
doesn't
permadeath.
mean that he died.
That was really sad.
It was
Talk
very
about
sad.
that.
Yeah, right? I know.
I teared up.
Jerk face.
Just spiders now, though?
Mostly spiders, Hunter. You think there might be somebody else making their way through the crowd, but there's too many robot spiders to tell. Oh, wait, no. You can see that the distinct stone foot. It's Clubfoot.
God.
He's got that bad limp.
Well, I need to get rid of the... It's going to take him at least a round to get to me.
He's not particularly quick.
Right, he's got a giant foot.
Yes.
That's his superpower.
Correct.
That is not a superpower.
It is. You haven't seen him play hacky sack. It's amazing.
I would be good at
Hacky sack.
And unexpectedly so.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab one of the spider robots. I'm going to pull its cam it's obviously it's going to be clawing at me.
Oh, yes.
Shooting me with its little lasers or whatever the hell it has. But I'm going to make sure I've got the
Laser
camera
surgery.
facing my face as the little legs are coming out after me. And it's like, okay, Maxwell. Thank you for the lovely birthday present. But I need you to get these spiders off of me now. Because if you don't, I'm going to send your wife this picture I took.
The spiders immediately begin withdrawing.
Little cries of, oh dear.
Thanks, Max.
Sorry.
I'm gonna nap now.
Left alone, Clubfoot looks rather surprised.
Hey, what's up, Club?
Oh, crap.
Look,
He came to kick a man while he's down.
I really don't feel like fighting right now.
I do!
Great! And I grab Clubfoot and I toss him up through the hole.
Give me a fighting roll, please, Butch.
I missed it.
No!
You missed the
You
hole.
aim to throw him through the hole and
I missed it.
completely miss.
Oh, he's just
Absolutely
he's just
terribly
gonna
miss.
keep going.
Yes. Up.
Is there any chance that they're
I
in a
can
bank
follow.
and he just hit
Up.
Clubfoot with the bank?
He should be landing in Cleveland.
Can I follow him?
Yeah, trajectory.
Start to follow the trajectory, and then within a
flies
few
too
minutes, you
high,
find yourself
does he
pointed
hit the-
right back at Sentinel City again.
That was strange.
Oh.
Probably nothing.
At this point, the news media has arrived on the scene. Butch is nowhere to be found and has left you once again to deal with anchorman and newscaster.
Shall I tell them things?
Of course.
Okay. We have just witnessed a victory. We can't be consumed by our petty differences any longer. We will be united in our common interests from tyranny, oppression, and persecution. We are fighting for our right to live, to exist. We say with one voice, we will not go quietly into the night. We are going to live on. We're going to survive. Not only that, we will thrive. That is all. You may go.
For today is Butch's birthday!
Lovely.
End it like that. That's my favorite patriotic speech.
Butch, you arrive at Joe's.
Good.
It's mostly empty due to the terrifying events with giant robot spiders outside earlier. That strange woman you keep seeing there, she's looking particularly unhappy. You can relate. Past several weeks have not gone well.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe Molly's right. Maybe you should just let the whole thing go. Just step back. But enough of that for now. There's that poor girl that risked her life to save you. That little Mary Beth girl. She's in here. She's a fan. She deserves some of your attention. She saved your life. Might as well be nice.
Hi.
Hi!
Thank you for earlier. You did really good.
Oh, I didn't do anything at all except scream and scream. Thank you.
You hit me in the closet. Now we got the drop on the bad guys. Oh my God, my head hurts.
That's true. You're so heavy.
Yeah. Every time I get hit, I get heavier and heavier.
Weird. The
Yeah.
opposite happens to me.
Well, I get stronger and stronger too. The problem is I just got hit one too many times one day, and now I'm pretty much stuck at right around a slim and svelte 924 pounds.
Wow. I moved you? Wow.
Yeah.
Chaturanga.
That's why I don't drive.
Right
The
on.
cars just don't go anywhere when I'm in them.
Are you okay now?
Oh yeah, no, I heal really quick, and it takes a lot to dent me.
Cool.
So I'm gonna sit down, if that's okay.
Okay.
And,
Well, cool job today. Happy birthday.
oh, yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
You're the first person to have actually told me. Oh,
Oh.
I am
Do you
too
want-
old for this.
You want some cake? Want
Yeah,
some cookies?
yeah.
Okay. Well, who
Cake.
works here?
Hollywood.
It's his birthday.
Hey, happy birthday there, Butch.
How are you?
Is there
Do you need a minute?
there a birthday song
Is there
that
a
happens?
musical that you're
yeah.
supposed to be
Yeah.
a musical,
I
Holly?
was working on something else, but that was really simple.
Oh, wait,
No. You do that.
Yeah.
You save that. You do that.
Okay, a special treat coming later.
Yeah, sorry, I was working on a new theme song for the diner. I'll get back to it later on.
Oh, the diner.
Yeah.
You don't even have commercials.
Well, we've been thinking about branching out.
Yeah, where else would you be? I mean,
Oh, just other streets in town.
yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Maybe on the street where you live.
This young Mary Beth here suggested cake, and I like that suggestion a lot.
Absolutely, yeah. Any specific type of cake? Just birthday cake?
Do you have funfetti?
Do we have funfetti?
Do you?
I don't know.
Can you check?
Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we got some.
Can you make it say happy birthday, Butch, on top?
You don't have
I
to
thought you
do
were about to ask
that.
me to make the cake say happy birthday. I don't have that superpower.
Somebody else finds out it's my birthday, I'm gonna be dead
No,
before the
no
end of the
baker.
day.
Sure.
I'll
I can
help
call
with
it
that
baker.
though. She could stick a nanowasp in the cake.
Yeah, but then he would never eat the cake.
I would never
be
eat
terrifying.
Or any cake.
But she doesn't know that's
Ever again.
terrifying.
It's like a normal cake, and then out from the icing burrows this teeny little It's like the Beatles.
I like her experimenting empathy. We should get together at some point. This would be a
What if it just has
That
a
would be
bee on
amazing.
it?
cake. Yeah, no problem.
Perfect. Can you? Thank you. Happy day.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. Do you want me to say Butch or Kid Titan?
Kid Titan works better phonetically in a song.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. You don't seem to like that one. Is that? You want me to go Butch? I can go Butch.
It's fine, Holly, thanks. But
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Butch.
Butch.
Butch. You were right. It really worked better. Happy birthday to you. And many more.
And many more. On channel.
You should blow that out at
Scooby-Doo.
different wax on the
Scooby-Doo until 2. Frankenstein until 9.
And of course the cake goes flying across the
Tumbling
table.
across the
No
table.
problem. Brought to you.
Aw.
Thanks, bud.
Yep.
Still no
Anyone else?
changes for the better.
Anyone else need anything?
Despite your best efforts, there
Feedback
just
cake.
seems to be nothing you can do. Maybe you should just give in. Maybe it'll all work itself out eventually. Maybe it's some kind of test. Maybe that's it. None of that makes you feel any better, though. It's all just wrong. But at least you have Hollywood, you know. You're very thankful to have that. At least have one person you can talk to.
Alternatively, I could give you a song as well.
The guests are looking pretty down today.
Maybe
Maybe just a little nudge in the right
push
direction.
it real good. Think about it.
I don't want to.
The guests are looking pretty down today, Hollywood. Maybe just a little nudge in the right direction wouldn't hurt. Just this once.
Just this once?
Just this once. Maybe a little encouragement.
I'm gonna try and pretend I'm not scrambling to look at where the notes are right now. See if there's something specific I'm supposed to say.
No, just be encouraging, my friend.
Oh, I can be encouraging. Oh, that's fine. Oh, yeah, that's sorry, guys. I gotta tell you, advertising the diner, we've never tried it before. Okay, something new. Who else there anyway? Whole group?
You have pretty much everyone except for Molly and Bombshell.
Oh, I didn't know I was here.
All right.
Oh, hey. Hey, girl, how's it going?
Good. You want some cake?
Well, you had to come meet your friends.
There's some debris in your hair?
Y'all seem a little,
It's my wall.
What's going on?
Your
Well,
wall?
she's there, I'm probably not.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
That was just a convo I was having on the phone. Bye. Talk to you tomorrow.
It was a video chat. That's how she knew about the stuff in your hair.
Yeah, there we go.
So, you seem a little...
I'm tired. I'm tired. Milkshake's tired. Mary Beth is tired.
I am tired.
I'm not gonna lie, you look like death.
I feel kind of dead. Like metaphorically, each day. A little bit more and more. Anyway, I'm sorry. You were talking.
No, I was really just saying hi. Hi.
What's going on?
This place sucks. I mean, not the diner.
We're trying new jingles, and we're gonna see how.
No, the diner's great. I hate everybody. I hate this whole town. It's just.
Welcome to my world.
I gotta be honest with you, Butch. That's not a fair step or move where you've been before.
Yeah. I just feel like there's just. You know there's something going on here, right?
What
You
do you
seem to know
mean?
things.
What do you mean something going on?
Sentinel City is definitely a place of many stories. And, yeah, no,
See,
you're
like,
right.
you had to, like, think about what to say before you said it, because there's things you just can't say.
I mean, there's nothing too weird about that. That's going on all over town.
Right.
Everyone's got their, pet project, their thing they're working on. But you seem...
I've been happier lately.
How come?
I don't know, it's like I got a partner, a friend. Kind of a little voice in my head that's just set me on the right track.
Nano wasps. Gotta check.
Oh no, I check every morning.
Lice combs.
You gotta make sure they're not in the brain.
I actually sleep next to an EMP just in case.
That's smart. That's wise.
I don't know. No, it's like
anyone in particular, or
I don't know. I mean, it's a voice. It's like it's me. You know? It's like it's me.
How about you two? You said you weren't feeling the greatest either.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I used to feel so optimistic about each day, and lately I've been feeling like there's a big, spot missing. But I try not to think about it too much, and I do a lot of yoga, and I eat really well. I try not to let my stress get too high. Holes in my wall don't help, but I think this is more like an adventure, so kind of going down that route.
You're so
Fair.
cute.
With emojis, hearts.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know. You
No,
all know.
of that was just bunny, kitty cat,
Sparkle,
bunny,
sparkle, sparkle, heart.
sparkle, peach, nope,
Kiss.
back.
How did the fish get there? Leave it, that's funny.
Yep, exactly.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to be really one day at a time, but everyone around me feels so sad.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair to say it does seem like Sentinel City's in a bit of a rut.
It's the same every day.
It's not exactly the same.
Sometimes you knock into different buildings.
I can't think of a single giant building in this town that I haven't been punched into at least once.
And I can't think of a single building in this city that I haven't cleaned up after you're being thrown through it, so. but I'm not here.
I'm wondering what this conversation is happening. This conversation is
In his
not
head.
happening.
It's happening. It's happening in his head.
That's what I was talking about, man.
What about you, milkshake?
What do you want me to do? No
Maybe
one-
try drinking that thing once.
Would you
It's a good milkshake.
Is your name really Milkshake?
give him a milkshake too for his birthday?
Strawberry?
Okay.
Sugar high.
Yes.
Not really thirsty, I was just being nice.
I mean, it's nicer when you don't announce that.
I'm not super cooped either. Don't know if you've noticed that about me.
That's fair.
I'm just so mad all the time.
You have been awfully irritable.
Yeah.
What do you usually do when you get angry?
I usually punch something.
How's that working out for you?
There's a lot of broken buildings in town.
So that's not helping, you're saying?
No. No. The problem I'm having now is something I cannot punch. Or figure out. It's starting to piss me off.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a shame there's no one around who can just, help point you in the right direction, help you make the right choices. Just kind of connect the dots. Life would be a lot easier if that was the way it worked.
So how do we get that?
Oh, I'm just a simple diner host.
Yep, and I'm just a private detective.
You know I've been connecting dots for 200 years and nobody's picked up on the picture, right?
Wow, you look great.
Thank you.
200.
That's why I don't drink the milkshakes.
So you're 200 years old?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, no, I'm older than that, but for you, sure.
Oh, okay.
Is every day the same for you two?
Yeah, I know women lie about their age all the time.
Lately.
Oh, she's not lying much. Why don't you three hang out for a little bit? I got some work to do.
Do you, though?
He's working on jingles.
No, it just gives me an exit.
Just because you've never seen Hollywood work doesn't mean that he doesn't work.
I mean, he does bring the food. So what are we talking about?
You're asking my age.
I asked her if every day was the same too, and she said lately.
Lately.
Wow, what does that mean, Milkshake?
I have a feeling her name's not really Milkshake.
Fine.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Is that not your real name?
No.
No, it's just what we call her, because every time we see her, she's got the same milkshake in front of her. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's the exact same milkshake.
It's not, but you wouldn't remember that.
What's your real?
Why
What's
would
your
I
name?
remember that? I have an excellent memory. Like a really excellent memory.
So, remember why you're mad.
I just can't.
Right.
Huh.
Is the voice mad? You said there's a voice with you.
No. Like the focus. It's not like a voice. It's like a focus. Like I've been chasing my own tail for as long as I can remember, and now I'm focused on something.
Can I ask a question? Do I know what he's talking about?
Sort of. You've kind of been prodding him and pushing him along the way.
But I know about, like...
Every little bit.
Avatar.
You're just trying to push him in the
And we're
right
not even there
direction.
yet.
Right, okay. I'm just trying to figure out how much I know.
Just trying to push him in the right direction without him finding out.
Right.
Which is really difficult because he's pretty perceptive.
Can't figure out why I'm mad though.
But you're focused.
Yeah, I have something that I'm trying to find out.
What are you trying to find out?
I don't know.
Fast forward.
Yay, I gotta save Butch again.
Over the next century, things repeat themselves. But you haven't given up. You've gotten creative, tried new ideas, went out on a limb. You even helped thwart one of those supervillain attacks yourself. It hasn't changed yet, but you know you're getting close. Circumstances have started to change several times now. Butch has flown, stopped bullets and buses in midair rather than being hit with them. The timeline seems to change on these cycles a little more. And whatever is trying to stop you is having a hard time keeping up with all the effort you're putting in. And whoever they are, they've gotten desperate. Because this cycle, a massive gang of villains has become organized under a mysterious leader and attempted to seize control of Sentinel City. Riots are everywhere. The destruction is rampant. Heroes and villains battle it out on almost every block of the city. The loss of life has been terrible. And you know that you're at least partially responsible.
I like your face when you say that.
Hopefully something good comes from all this horror. In the heart of the city, Butch Baker has tracked the mysterious leader of these villains to their underground lair. Accompanied by Bombshell and Rosencrantz, he hopes to stop this terror plot once and for all. But they're waiting for him. Jack Hammer, The Shape, Bandolier, Ordnance, Clubfoot, Rita Riot, the Griefer, and their leader, the mysterious Lady Vale.
You just made Christian the happiest.
You just made me giggle with your evil laugh.
A small part of you is horrified at what you have done over the past several weeks. You've not been yourself. And every time you think that you're going to fix things, you end up doing and saying something else completely horrible. It's confusing. But you're certain if you can just kill Butch Baker, everything's going to be okay. All you have to do is kill Butch Baker. That's it. Just kill Butch Baker.
I must kill Butch Baker!
Wait a minute, I'm Butch Baker. How do we know each other?
No, but I
Let's roll some initiative, guys.
must kill you!
You're not really into this whole supervillain thing,
No,
but
not super.
she's your friend and she needed your help, so...
That's bad.
Rita!
All right.
I rolled a 5.
5.
I
And
literally
then
rolled
you
a 5.
will actually use your Lady Vale sheet this time.
Yeah.
You need that one. So adding 9, that puts Vale at a 14. What
well.
did you say for Bombshell?
She also has a +4 to her initiative, so
She's
she
a
actually
+4?
adds 13 to it.
Okay, 18 for Vale. Bombshell is
20.
20. Rita, you will roll 10, and then you add 0 for yours, but you add that number, the ACV.
Great. Okay,
So you will
I am
21 on yours for Rita. 2, 3.
Butch, what do you think?
Mr. Baker,
No, you're fine.
27.
27.
Particularly great.
How shall we
better than
defeat
21.
this
And
current threat?
9 or whatever you
I
said.
have
No, rolled a
19
5
for
plus 9.
other villains.
Oh, plus
And 14 for Rosencrantz. So 27 is our highest initiative, and we'll be starting with you, Mr. Baker.
Excellent. Well, I do like going first. So I'm just surrounded, just basically.
You snuck into the underground lair. It is the classic throwdown of heroes versus villains in the secret underground lair.
Yeah, as I sneak into the base, thud, thud, thud.
And in classic trope fashion, they were waiting for you.
Ah. All right, you're all under arrest.
Indeed. I agree.
Am I
Well,
there too?
good.
Oh yes, you are in
fucking
charge of these
luck.
villains.
We do not need luck.
We're gonna go down the
We have
initiative count,
justice.
and we'll get to you. No worries.
Okay, cool. Arrest us with what?
Superpowers.
Period.
That was not a good argument.
Oh, you like to argue, huh?
No, I like to see justice done and villains defeated.
Okay. Not saying anything.
You don't know how you got dragged into all this. I mean, Mary Beth is your best friend, and you really wanted to help her.
Right.
And she had all these ideas about how to make things better.
Right.
And it all sounded right, but then things just started happening, and before long, you knew you'd made a mistake. Again, surrounded by supervillains once again, on the wrong side of the law once again. But she's your best friend. Why is life have to be so damn complicated?
Perfect. Excellent. Wonderful.
Before we proceed to beat the tar out of each other, let's reveal some of these secrets of the metaverse, shall we?
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and go first since I'm sure you're waiting on. Brace yourselves. Are you ready? Are you listening? Here is your secret of the metaverse. Heinrich is a clone.
What?
Who's Heinrich again?
Sarah, just
Sarah.
There is your secret.
That's a good secret, man.
very good.
I would have preferred that you didn't tell anyone that. That's fine.
Say love you.
You're giving away good ones. That's true.
That was a good one, yes.
Yeah, I know. I just.
But it hits him so hard.
It's all right. It's all right.
They deserved a good one.
That
They do.
definitely got a good
You
one.
do, chat. We love
What?
Would you like to now, or do you want to wait?
I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
I've got a good one. But
All right.
I don't want to
you.
wait.
He's coy.
Alright.
One secret down, one to go. We will not forget.
Yes, closer to me.
Uh-huh. Now, we have these wonderful ones. We're going to go through one round here of normal initiative doing it, and then we're going to rule of cool, and this is going to be a very special rule of cool for you guys at home to think about, because both sides of the combat will be participating in said rule of cool, and you will be voting on only one of them. So let's go through this first round before we do that rule of cool. So let's finish this first round up. We have at 21, Rita Riot is going
Fantastic.
next.
Yeah, Rita! I was from behind you.
Once upon a time, I feel like I had another personality who was like, good at saying words and influencing people. I don't see that anymore, but I might try it.
You could try.
I could try.
Who are you going to try and influence?
I heard something really interesting from Bombshell here about fighting
always
for.
say interesting
Yes, you
things.
do. For justice, and I would just like to point out that I too am fighting for my own kind of justice. I am also fighting for friendship and fraternity. I am fighting to take care of the people that I care about, because what really makes a hero after all? Is it just the rules that are handed down from on high, or is it the rules that you feel in your heart to be true? In addition to that, obviously something is going wrong and the system is broken, and if the system is broken, then maybe we have to fix it. And if we haven't been fixing it, doing it your way, but simply perpetuating it, maybe it's time to try something new, and that's why I'm on this side and I'm so scared right now.
That was so good.
That was a lot of information.
My name.
That was actually very, very, very.
That was a lot of information. I have now processed it. I do not think that this is fraternal, as you are two women. More like sororities. Sororities. That was the word that I was looking for. Something like that.
You like my outfit?
It is very sweet.
It is in fact what sartorial means.
Also, the justice that we seek is the justice that is the best for every person. The justice that is the best for the most people.
Who decides?
The justice that is the best for the most people.
Who decides what that is?
Math.
Using what metrics?
Numbers.
We'll probably put them out in a...
Well, you probably will.
Welcome to
Fantastic.
Bombshell.
Can you print those for me? Yes. It should only take, a couple of hours. All right, so.
I'm so happy when she's doing it.
So are you just going to talk for your turn?
I'm gonna go ahead and take my turn while she's talking, though.
Okay.
Just towards the end of the speech, so I don't.
I would just like to point out
Like,
that I
what
have
are we
managed
fighting
to
for,
isolate
like,
this for
grab
at least
young
a little
Clubfoot
bit.
You did.
by his wrist and swing his giant body, swing his body along with his giant foot into Jack Hammer.
Give me a fighting roll, please, Mr. Big.
Who else is there?
Because Butch's main move of
I have
punching
Jack
buildings
Hammer,
is
the
hitting
shape.
motherfuckers with other motherfuckers.
Bandolier, ordnance, clubfoot.
Oh wait, those are 12s. I probably don't want to roll. That's stupid.
Everyone's favorite, griefer.
Yeah. He's not in the room though.
No.
Nobody can see him.
No, she is.
made
But one can
it by
assume
6.
if bandolier and ordnance are somewhere, griefer is nearby.
Made it by 6.
Made it by 6. You grab Clubfoot and swing him directly into Jack Hammer. Clubfoot's foot is about 400 pounds itself of pure granite.
Ew.
And Butch is an extremely strong individual. Now, Jack Hammer himself is also made entirely out of granite.
What happens when you hit granite with granite really hard?
Explosion.
Dust
Jack
me.
really falls to pieces over this whole scenario. You could say he's all broken up about it. Maybe even a bit shattered.
Your puns rock.
That was good. What's the shape? What is the shape?
The shape, oh, we'll get to him. He's definitely going to be coming after you,
Oh,
Bombshell.
excellent.
So, now that Butch has managed, are we going to do anything but talk, ladies? Because you're next on the initiative count. Specifically, you, then you. So, are you going to talk or beat each other senseless? I need to know.
Right, excellent, wonderful question. How much data is being printed? Because
I am done.
God damn it! I was really hoping this would last for a round or two. Fine.
She's just so efficient.
So efficient. Fantastic. How do I fight bees?
Well, she hasn't swarm formed yet. She hasn't swarm formed yet.
Bees!
Yeah, the trick is to hit her while she's solid.
Yeah.
You're not sure what
Used
to do if
have
she
a
turns
whole lot
into
of
swarm
speed,
form.
but I don't have that anymore. But I'm still strong.
Oh, incredibly so.
It's all emotional fortitude, though.
Well, at the moment, people are a little heightened in their personal emotions. So yeah,
I can only imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, fantastic.
Turn all that fear and anxiety into ass whooping.
pretty much. That's
I have
what
no
you
fear
do.
and anxiety.
She's kind of a dead zone. It's really weird. Creeps you out a bit.
Yeah, I'm having this weird
Bombshell's
feeling.
main superpower is creeping people out.
I would say swarm form is my main superpower.
You would say that.
That and mimicking other people's powers.
Which creeps them out.
Oh yeah, that's
Terrifying.
problematic, isn't it? I mean, there's something kind of comforting about the fact that I'm getting nothing from her.
We did create a monster.
It's
I
kinda
told
nice,
you.
isn't it?
It is kind of nice. It's super kind of nice.
But she is here to
Yeah.
hurt your friend.
She is here to hurt my friend, and that's going to give me a whole hell of a lot of.
I am here to stalk your
strength.
friend, not hurt her. If she makes smart choices, she would not be hurt.
Get her.
I don't think
Yep.
you know what hurting people means.
So I do, because I heal them regularly. When bones are broken, or skin is broken, or something else is broken, that would be hurting.
You
Except
do
for
have
hair.
fate points.
When you break hair, it does not hurt.
How do you know?
People have told
Whenever
me.
you want.
Yep.
You
Whenever
don't even
you
have
want
to
to.
be in the
The
scene.
fate points are very. You can. You don't have to be
then
present.
these two here.
Those two are.
So
This
this can
one-
count as your fate point.
You would have to be present for. This one you have to be present for. This one you don't even have to be present for. You can affect any scene going on with that, even one you are not there for.
That's crazy.
What are some things in the
Write
room?
the story list.
It's an underground villain's lair, so computer banks and things like that. Classic
Fantastic.
tropey stuff.
Pictures of us.
Yeah. Pictures of you and your bestie.
Obviously. Fantastic. I have a question. What happens if I take a computer that is still plugged in and I throw it at a bunch of nano wasps?
You're not sure, but you could try it.
I would love to. Athletics, is that?
Why don't you give me an athletics check
would
to
love
throw it?
to.
Can I try to use one of the fate points?
Yes, you
Fantastic.
can. Put those dice
Oh.
back in your hand real quick. Are you going to use one of
Yeah,
those
I'll
fate
use one.
points? All right, use a fate point.
Yeah.
Who are you using the fate point on? All right, you must attempt something else.
What?
You cannot. Part of you just decides.
I made that roll and I made it by a lot. I would really have liked to use it.
Right when
God
you-
damn it!
Right when you reach for that computer, something just compels you.
No, that was good. That was good.
Something compels you right when you reach for that computer that you should just do something different. This isn't the right way.
I was
It could have
gonna read-
ended really poorly
I was
for
gonna
you.
I was gonna read the whole computer because I am a big computer and get all of your secrets.
I see. I see.
Could have been in bad.
So you still have an action, but you cannot do the action that you were just fate pointed out of. So you can't repeat that, but you can do any other action. You may still be hostile, you may still be violent, you may still do any number of things, except for you cannot pick up a computer bank and throw it at her. That is off the table now.
You're not swarm form right now, right?
No,
I
she
did
is not swarm
announce it
form.
when we came in the door.
She is still a
So
solid
I
individual.
miss the computer and I grab a picture of my best friend and shove it in your face instead by accident.
This is pretty.
Why
This
don't,
is the friendship I am fighting for.
why don't you give me an intimidate check?
If you mix
I'm gonna intimidate you with our friendship.
Yes.
The strength of our friendship is so great.
It's terrifying.
And
It is
it
very
works.
powerful.
Yep, you roll against this one, and
High
you are very
five.
difficult for her to do this to, so
You
it's
did
going to be
so
exceedingly
good.
difficult.
You did so good. We looked so good in that
We
picture.
looked so
It
good
It
in
is
that
not
picture.
quite enough to intimidate you. You are partially shaken for just a
Okay.
second. Mostly it's, she has real friends. She's a super villain, and she has real friends.
They should make smart choices together
And you have
and have friendship.
I'm still on the sideline.
I like Butch.
Literally.
I love it so much.
Butch is my friend.
Aw.
Damn it.
Are there any pictures of you two together? Well,
Yes, on the news.
the extremely violent Rita Riot has shoved a picture in your face. What do you do?
we're like
You have
drinking out
never
of the
been
same
attacked with a
milkshake.
picture before.
You don't know what it'll do.
Clearly nothing that bad happened.
It is rather confusing. No
So
villain has
she
ever
thinks-
just like shoved a picture in your face to attack you. It's,
Humanity.
Okay.
it must be some kind of secret attack that she's up to.
This is interesting. I will file it away for later. Thank you. And I swarm form and
Great.
Ta-da!
send a nano wasp
Where's the
to
shirt? Oh,
her
okay.
and steal her power.
All right, you send a nano wasp, which
You still have your power. I'm just copying it.
it's a copy.
So now
Which
I want textile kinesis.
Okay, excellent.
Dang.
Textile kinesis, it is. Write that
I
down.
don't
You
get
now
to
have
find
it.
myself now.
Unfortunately,
I'm a
you
villain.
do
It's just one
not.
little nano wasp. You don't even know it's there.
After Bombshell, we have the other villains, kind of like the other guys. With Clubfoot and Jackhammer out of the situation, that leaves Bandolier, Ordnance, Griefer, and the Shape. The Shape forms himself into a balloon-like shape and encompasses the entirety of the swarm form.
Figured.
That's good.
That's real good.
What is he made of? Just like a balloon?
You're not really sure what he's made of,
Okay.
but it just does different shapes. He's like one of these weird shape-changing people, but he does shapes.
I'm
This
getting
is a sphere.
I am a cylinder.
Balloon animals.
Much like balloon animals, this is a sphere. You are surrounded by a sphere. Sometimes he's a square, sometimes he's a rectangle.
This is a hexagonal pyramid.
Would have been very helpful on your kids' TV show.
Bandolier and Ordnance open fire on you because they still can't seem to recall that you're bulletproof and guns aren't a
Bulletproof!
superpower.
I got it. Bulletproof! Bulletproof!
You can scarcely hear it over the machine gun fire.
Bulletproof.
It's another shirt.
And then that horrible stinging in the back of your head.
She rolled it for me.
Griefer is somewhere about.
I know.
Lady Vale, you
Yes.
have an 18 and are next.
Oh yeah, me and villain. Okay, swarm formed.
Swarm form
Swarm
and
form
contained
and-
in a balloon.
In the sphere
Oh.
shape of the Shape, one of your henchmen.
And Butch.
Butch is being shot at and ignoring it.
Griefer.
Oh, he's okay. Ooh, I'm gonna use my extra arms. I've never ever used my extra arms. They're textile arms.
Yes.
I'm gonna send him out to Butch and push him against the wall. Hold him there.
You may make up to 3 attacks to do so
Oh, okay.
against Butch. So go ahead and make some attacks for me.
Okay, where is my attack?
We should put it down there. Let's see. For you, it's going to be under power usage.
Okay, well, I got it right on.
Right on. That's 1 success. Roll again. Second one. A
Oh, I beat it.
success by 7. And
Which means
one
a success by 10 because I've got inept defense.
Success by 10, and then one more.
Oh, I did
Okay,
not.
so a
Did
success
that
by 10 was your highest. You grab hold of Mr. Baker and slam him against the wall. The little pieces of you wrapping around him and holding him in place. Looks like she's trying to restrain you. Next up is Rosencrantz.
Yes.
Rosencrantz.
Like his facial expression.
Rosencrantz hops onto the back of Bandolier and uses a taser because
The monkey has a taser.
the monkey has a taser.
The monkey built rocket boots. The monkey has a taser.
Yeah.
The monkey has all sorts of cool gadgets. That's what he does.
He's gadget oriented and he understands that both Bandolier and Ordnance can quite easily be affected by a taser. Whereas no one else here can. And Bandolier crumples into a heap, his legs twitching. And we were going to go back to the top and use that rule of cool, which will then go in reverse order of initiative. And only our cast will be participating in it. So in reverse order of initiative, that means that Lady Vale will tell us what she is going to attempt to do first. So give us a rule of cool. How are you going to crush these two interlopers into your domain? And that monkey
you
too.
already got me pinned up against the wall.
Okay. All right.
Bondage powers.
I'm gonna use my bondage powers to fling Butch out of the evil lair through several walls to the
Okay.
nearest bank.
Flung to a bank.
I think that would be fun.
Okay, so banking Butch. I like it. And?
And also, I would like to send out one of my very special raps.
Uh-oh.
My fave rap, and I'm gonna wrap up the nano wasps in them.
I'm already in a bubble.
They're already in a bubble.
Okay, they're already in a bubble.
You can wrap up the bubble.
I want to wrap up the bubble.
Paper mache at this
Yeah,
point.
paper mache the bubble.
I want to wrap it up I mean, as tight as I think it's possible that the nano wasps will not come out into the shape of like a huggable. Yeah, I am cute.
All right.
That's what I say to you.
So Butch with a bank and restraining bombshell.
Into the shape of like a little stuffy.
Okay, I like that.
That she'll never come out of.
Bombshell, what would you be wanting to do on this rule of cool?
All right, so I have computer scanning, and
Yes.
you said there are computers.
Oh, lots of them.
So I'm going to get the computers, I'm going to pull information on it, and I'm going to display on the computer screen all the bad things you have done.
Ooh, guilt trip.
I am going to guilt trip computer flash all the bad things you have done.
If we did it because we thought it was right, is it gonna work?
When you see all the corpses of dead people, I think it's gonna.
I see a lot of corpses in my line of work.
I'm just letting you
So
know
the
that
guilt?
and bad things on the computer screen, and I'm gonna start gnawing my way out of the paper mache balloon.
Excellent.
While saying things like, justice will be served!
Miss Rita, what would you want?
Foul pretense!
What would you want to do if you could attempt to do anything?
If I could attempt to do anything.
Even the impossible.
Even the impossible. Well, for starters, my main objective, I don't really care about the other villains, is to look after my friend, right? So I believe at this point you've got this one wrapped up against the wall, and this one is in a balloon. So
But that
what
little
you're-
monkey is running around free. Rosencrantz.
He's a chimp.
He's a chimp.
He is a
Yeah.
chimp.
I
I
just
apologize to chimpanzees everywhere.
I will appeal to Rosencrantz with a, hey, wouldn't it be nice if our friends weren't in danger? And I will grab this one,
Oh boy.
Lady Vale.
Yeah.
And I am going to also grab the balloon, and I'm gonna drag this whole party to a fucking restaurant because I'm using my local knowledge where there is an open wood fire pizza place.
Yes.
I am going to shove the balloon into the pizza oven, and I'm gonna hang out with my friends and be like, hey, isn't it nice that we're not fighting anymore?
Deranged pizza party. Okay.
We can order, I was gonna say we don't order.
Deranged pizza
Oh
party.
yeah, no, absolutely order a pizza.
Yeah. It's gotta be filled with really pissed off nanowasps. Definitely be in your bloodstream.
All right, Butch.
Oh no.
It falls to you. You are the last person to make a
So
rule.
she's got 3 of these things on me.
On you.
So like one's there's 4?
Four. You're correct.
So you've got like wrists and ankles, I assume?
Basically.
Yes.
Great. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start spinning really, really fast.
Oh no!
With her holding on to her
Oh my.
and you. And I'm just going to spin in place as fast as I can. And
Spin cycle.
And I have
Okay.
super speed.
Yes.
So I'm going to spin really fast. And I'm very, very strong, so I'm pretty sure I can hold on to those wraps. Now, yes, I am going to be tied up in them.
I could cut you free.
I like that you're about to get rid of all 3 of your problems at once.
I am not a problem.
All right.
But everything else should just kind of, centrifugal force should do its job at that point. I'm doing a helicopter ride for everybody else. Or,
Okay.
yeah, King
So-
Tut's helicopter ride.
King Tut's helicopter ride.
pizza.
Okay. We have a pizza party that's very morbid and disturbing.
Pizza party.
Remote control guilt computers.
Remote control guilt computers.
Bank deposit.
And a bank deposit.
Wrap himself up in all the ladies.
All right.
Yeah, there we go.
That's,
I think that's was in car number 2.
that's what's going on in car number 2.
Car number 2. Yeah, that's car number 2, guys.
Not 3?
Oh, car number 3.
Oh, are we talking about the things that Chris seduced in the car?
Oh, good lord.
Car number 3 is into a little more of the kinkier stuff.
That's true. First time you did it.
It did work, but it was like maybe the grossest thing to ever happen on Metaverse. No, it was awesome.
I did squid on somebody at one point, didn't I?
Yeah,
that was a Demon Hunter's one shot.
Oh, it wasn't.
It was not nearly
It's
as
not as
weird.
well thought out as Chris's was. Not as detailed.
Fair. I mean, I was a squid. What were you gonna do?
Like all these hardened mercenaries, just like, hey,
let's make out.
you want to make out?
And then he did it again.
Yeah.
In the same show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I may have accidentally deliberately created a homoerotic car chase.
We clicked
That
it.
was like a
There are
double.
clips,
Didn't
you'll
we
put
did
it
something
in.
together? It's like a seduction car plus.
Yeah, I
Then you
think I
carried
used
it
your
out.
powers, somehow.
You kept it going.
Oh, I borrowed. That's what it was. So I could roll on your skill check.
Is voting wrapping up?
The voting is wrapping up. Closing in 30 seconds.
No.
That's not what this is for.
So does Metaverse? Do we enjoy Metaverse so far?
No fun.
Yeah, come hang out all the time.
You'll be seeing more of these folks during the
winner.
crossover. Butch is the winner. All right, now as you know, everyone still has to try to do what they said they were going to do. So again, we're going to go in the bottom of the order. Lady Vale will
The reason
attempt
that you have
hers
-5 on this
first.
roll is because you're swinging around on giant ropes.
So let's go yours first. Oh.
Is that it?
I don't know on that one. That one's the 1, so that's a 9 though. So that's not too terrible. It jumps it up to a 14 though,
Okay, yeah.
which is going to be higher than your power usage. You are not going to be able to throw him, but I need you to make another roll for attempting to grab.
She's grabbing me.
Oh, she was the one grabbing you? I thought you were grabbing both of them.
No,
I
she's
was
wrapping
doing
her up the.
She was going to wrap you up.
Paper mache.
So the second one, again, this time you have to add 7 because it's the second action, which is at 14, which is still 2 points too high, and you are not
paper
able
mache,
to. You
I'm
are not
just a
paper
balloon.
mache. The whole spinning thing kind of throws off
Right.
the whole idea.
Oh.
Bombshell, you will need to attempt your maneuvers. The computer one is fairly easy. I think you're probably going to be successful. Oh, or not.
No.
Sometimes you can roll really poorly too.
It's just
You're
now it's a
proud of
montage of me being awesome, as
Yeah.
opposed to guilt that. Seriously, like.
Which is,
Look
you know,
what you've done with your lives.
and
Amazing.
the bombshell being
What I've done
awesome.
with my life.
The bombshell being awesome montage is like on every Thursday on the local news
Yeah.
already. I mean, everybody knows.
It's also only 30 seconds long.
Kid Rock sang the song for it.
You shouldn't tell people that.
Kid Rock.
What?
Bombshell is a huge Kid Rock fan. She can't help herself.
It is her one week.
Is that existing or is that you just made up just
I
now?
just know the first person I
And Miss Rita
Always
Riot,
goes for help.
somehow you're going to attempt to drag these people to a pizza parlor. I don't know how you're going to do this, but go ahead and attempt an athletics check.
Athletics or local
an
knowledge?
I need both of those rolls.
Yeah, I would love to.
So start with the athletics. So let's make that one.
Okay.
So
Cool.
-5 is still successful. So you're able to
I
grab
am
hold
able
of
to
everybody.
grab hold of everyone.
It might be you being grabbed hold of by him. It's kind of hard to tell at this point.
I'll fight you for it. All right.
Give me the local knowledge. This one's
Local
at
knowledge.
-7 because it's the second action.
Oh man. Oh.
You're not able to get them going out through the lair
we
to
can't go
drag
to
them to the
pizza.
pizza
We'll
player.
have to go
But hey,
later.
the motion is really good. You at least influence a little bit of the spin from Butch, so you end up crashing through a wall and outside of this lair and into the open city streets.
Is it near pizza? I really want pizza.
You're not really sure. The whole spinning around so much makes
You're
you
probably gonna be
extraordinarily dizzy.
I mean, yeah, that's fair.
A little nauseated.
Abby!
My
You hear
heart.
And that was leaving people on the rule of cool, leaving Rosencrantz and the remaining villains to act. Bandolier is unconscious from Rosencrantz. Ordnance takes the
people
opportunity.
flying around.
Ordnance takes the opportunity to get the hell out of there.
Smart move.
I am crossing people off.
The shape has no option of doing anything because he
print it
is
out
also
and then
part of
give it
this
back?
chaos.
Yes.
Oh, no. Yes, you are. All three women are wrapped up. How horrible.
I am in a balloon.
Yes, wrapped up.
And I am,
So you all spill out the side of this building and through the streets and into another building is this mixed up, tied together ball of people
And a balloon.
with a balloon. It's
Which part would you like
extraordinarily strange. I'm just going to put that
the
out.
balloon, are you able to, carry us up?
well, it's
Because
all
that would be
wrapped up in
super
her
cool,
cloths,
right?
so
Yeah,
like,
so like-
everything's like wrapped in black
I'm
cloth.
picturing like the balloon is like a bulge somewhere in the black
Yes.
cloth.
Yeah.
And so I was just wondering where you'd like to be protected.
Like I'm in the middle of it. So.
Which puts us back at the top with Butch at a 27 going first.
I climb my way out.
Neg 2 to anything you make this round for being dizzy.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, that's these guys are wrapped up. She's
Somehow you're outside of the lair.
okay. Where's the other bad guys? There's one.
Yeah, if Hal can point out where Griefer is.
Really?
He's about a quarter mile away.
Megan was
do
so
it.
happy.
I pick up Clubfoot's body.
What's left of it?
Can you give me a throwing roll?
I mean, I can give you the roll. I don't know how good it's gonna go. Ranged attack. That's what I'm calling it.
Yes, make a ranged attack.
Oh, I rolled a 6. I kick ass today. Beat it by 5.
You grab hold of that foot and give it a nice javelin toss. And it sails. He's some good spin to him, The rest of his body just kind of twisting around.
Ow.
Drops out of sight. Hear a loud crash. And no more distant gunshots.
Sucks to be you. I need to come up with better lines. I mean, I had
Who's
that
taking the shots now?
That quip was on mine, and I just. That was good.
All right, after Butch, we drop down to Rita Riot.
Excellent.
Things have gone pretty sideways here.
Literally sideways through a wall. But this one's getting away is what I'm really...
Well, he doesn't seem to be running away. He seems intent on fighting.
Fantastic. I will bring him a fight.
I like this.
Yeah, I feel a little maybe fury punch. Come
Give
on.
me a fury punch. Give me a fighting check to hit him. And you get a bonus of 3. Oh, that is a critical success with double ones. So you might actually
Double
manage
damage, man.
to hurt Butch. Butch, 150 points of damage from her fury punch.
Oh yeah, that'll definitely hurt me.
That is enough to actually hurt the infamous, almost invulnerable
Got it.
Butch Baker.
Thank you, friend. Yes. Good one, Rita.
And right when you hit him, the two of you lock eyes for just a second. Just a quarter of a second. And it all comes flooding back. Mount Rushmore, Titan, Dr. Migraine erasing memories, Tom, Crash, Andy James. A torrent of emotion and memory. Hundreds of years almost overwhelms you and each other. It's like this very moment has been waiting to happen. And you suddenly know what to do. Flash forward!
I was in a balloon.
You're fine.
We're
I
not
have
anymore.
whiplash.
I know. I had plans.
Punching him and going, why does this feel so familiar? Why won't you fight back?
This afternoon, the three of you managed to finally bring down Migraine's dome and lock him away.
Yay.
You may have seen this episode, GM'd by Chris Odie.
Oh, you used to do that. Okay.
The dome has fallen, Migraine is locked away, Molly has gone missing, and the city has gone half mad. Beyond, Sentinel City is a desolate wasteland, ruined and irradiated. The past several days taking on Migraine and bringing down the dome have been difficult. Looking the worse for wear, our heroes sit in a Joe's diner. Tired, beat up, and unsure of what to do next. Cue Hollywood musical.
How you guys feeling?
Good job, Mark. New Mark.
You guys good?
Number one.
Things are good?
I
Everyone enjoying
have
the meals?
They are all sad.
some
I am
questions.
doing well.
Turns out the apocalypse may have happened.
I can fix it.
Sure.
Where did the cherries come from if everything outside of the bubble is an irradiated wasteland?
Oh, we've got plenty in storage.
Are they maraschinos? Those never go bad.
But you can't make
They had
pie
to
out of
start
them.
that way.
You know, the thing about Joe's Diner, we just never seem to run out of supplies. It's we've got some pretty good supplies.
How do you do that?
That's a great question for another day.
This place isn't like other places.
Actually, yes, you are correct. In my head, shawarma is today's special at Joe's Diner.
We do have shawarma.
Amazingly enough.
I'll take one.
The special.
Sounds great.
What is it?
Yeah, actually, while you're all here, I was kind of hoping I could run something by you. I've been working on some new jingles for the diner. You know, the old one, I mean, it was catchy, you know.
Eat at Joe's.
Eat at Joe's. And there was another one.
Eat
you know,
at O's.
Yeah, well, no, we tried that one for a while. Our milkshakes bring all the boys to the yard. And they're like, but then we found out it was a copyright thing.
Yeah.
It just didn't go down it. But
Yeah, right.
no, I've got a couple I want to try out with you. Okay, so let me know what you think. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go. You want the first one or the second one?
Both. We go in
Which
order.
one do you want first? Okay.
Wait. Order that they were written or order of quality?
We want the first one first and the second one second.
That.
Okay.
Joe's Diner is the place to be. Fresh pie daily a la mode for free. Booths spreading out so far and wide, with mini jukeboxes on the table side.
Wow.
At the counters where I'd rather stay. This is where we have a woman come in and she sings this as a counterpoint. Time spent with Hollywood just makes my day.
Aww.
I just adore their milkshakes too, and nothing's as tasty as the beef au jus. Ba-da-ba-da-ba, time spirals, da-da-da-da-da. Folks smile, ba-da-ba-da-ba. The pickles, da-da-da-da-da. Don Rickles, we have his autograph picture right here, you can see. Whatever the strife, in Sentinel City life, Joe's Diner, you are there. Okay, so you're working on that one.
So I thought Joe's was a chain, like nationally.
Yeah, well actually this other one references the franchise.
Oh, it's just that one named you specifically, like there's a Hollywood at every Joe's Diner. That doesn't make any sense.
I tend to show up at all of them eventually.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I get around.
You know we were in a dome for the last 400 years?
Yeah, really glad you figured that out.
Great. Did you know all this time?
No.
That
There it
seems
is.
trustworthy.
I believe
On
him.
the side of the street. It's got the tastiest burgers, and the shakes are sweet. Hey, it's Joe's Diner! The franchise crossing time and space. Always open 24 hours. It's your favorite dining space. I'm gonna go lower this time. We're found wherever you go to. Across the verses wide. Hollywood has some wisdom and respects your aside. Hey, it's Joe's Diner! Anomaly of time and space. A hangout for the Metaverse pilots. It's their favorite dining space.
I like it.
I think so.
I mean, I'm not a music critic or anything, and I don't understand half of what you said, but the tune was nice. It reminds me of the Monkees.
Rosencrantz,
I was a big Peter
favorite,
Tork fan. I was sad about him passing.
Favorite.
Peter Tork died? I mean, I
Yes.
guess it's been 400 years. Everybody died.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, everyone is dead, Butch.
Everyone is dead.
Everyone is dead, Dave.
Everyone is dead.
Everyone is dead.
Everyone is dead.
Even
Okay.
Peter's here.
You finally did it.
So,
Watching, just hovering beyond them, they can't see you. They can't hear you. But whatever happened, it's fixed. You can hear everyone again.
there's just a milkshake sitting by itself on a table.
Milkshake, is that you?
There, in fact, is just a milkshake sitting there, untouched.
Buy a milkshake.
You can't help but think that she had something to do with all this.
I don't even remember her this cycle. She's just the lady with the milkshakes.
Nope, that didn't show up in the front.
I want to give everyone a very special thank you for joining us today.
Yeah.
A special thank you, everyone. To Liz, Pax, we all love her very, very much. So glad you got to be on the show.
Can I just point out that Liz has never gamed before in her life?
Yeah.
She kicked its butt
You
today.
did. You kicked his
You
butt.
kicked its butt.
You said,
Thank you for letting me come and do it. So that was
Yeah, no, anytime you're in the area, you just stop by.
I hope that you guys all enjoyed the show. I hope you guys enjoyed being in today. And
job.
make sure that you all tune in next week
Secret.
when
Yeah.
Project Metaverse returns.
Secret.
Oh.
We get a secret.
Oh yeah, I gotta give you the.
Before you do the button of the secret, I should plug the stuff.
Dude, plug the
I'll
stuff.
plug stuff, you do secret.
You plug stuff. That way I don't have to plug stuff
Oh,
too.
you're going to do the two?
Go for it.
It's
Oh,
all
you.
there. Okay, so for those of you who are in the Seattle area, Emerald City Comic Con is coming up in March. And on the Friday of Emerald City Comic Con, March 15th, I believe it is, at 4 p.m. Pacific time, where there will be a Gamers Live show in the Washington State Convention Center, room 611.
Yeah, it's okay.
We all good? We're all good? We're all good. So March 15th, 4 p.m., WSCC 611. That's right, isn't it? Oh, you're thinking about stuff. And it'll also be live streamed on the Sci-Fi Wire, is ECCC's network of choice for their stuff. So we will figure out how to make sure that you can see that, because that's going to be fun and awesome. And Maggie should be there, and Christian will be there, and me, and Shimmy, and Nathan, and Stevie, and I think that's what we're going to run with this time. So that's coming up in March. And then it looks like we should have a group going out to Mobile Comic Con again. Nothing is official, but it's close enough that I feel like I can say that. That'll be Memorial Day.
Took days off work.
Weekend in May. And
So I'm going somewhere.
worst case scenario, that's also our 15th anniversary, so we could just go do something.
Wait, your worst case scenario is your anniversary?
No. That we don't go to Mobile, that we just
That'll
hang
be
out
a
with each other.
conversation later.
Ideally, I still make it to that day now. And of course, Gen Con will be out there this year as well this summer, at Booth 100 as per usual. So come and check us out. So,
All right,
everybody.
Metaverse secret.
Yes.
On Metaverse Prime, which is what we're calling our own home world, there are only 3 rank 5 metapilots total in the world.
But wait, there's
Yes.
more of us
Yeah.
than
And
3.
all of that is-
So that's the secret.
follow that line. Yeah.
There's more of us than 3.
No.
No, there are only 3.
No.
No, there's
the other way.
more pilots.
Say it the way you said it the first time again. Just
In our Prime Metaverse, there are only 3 rank 5 pilots in the entire world.
Are the rest of us 6?
Okay.
That was such a good reaction.
That was a really good reaction.
You have it there, folks. Heard it straight from Christian. Now, tune in next week when Project Metaverse returns. Don't forget Death from Above this Saturday.
Yeah!
If you're in the area, come out to Comic-Con.
Yes.
Say hi to these guys. Watch
We
some
would
Gamers
love
Live.
I'll be there.
Hop on, check out Strowler's backups and
yeah.
stuff, the Journey Quest
Oh,
stretch goals.
There's so much on
And
Amazon.
yes, 5 is the top.
There's
Yeah,
there's,
5 is the
There's
top
so
of
much
choice.
on Amazon Prime right now, and even if you're not watching it and you just put it on in the background, we kind of get money for that.
That's
so
true.
Go ahead and do
That's
that.
very true,
But
actually.
Gamers, the Shadow Menace just dropped.
You
And it's
only
really
think
good.
It doesn't
Yeah.
add up.
And
It's really
that
good.
stretch goal, Journey Quest, it's like 150 extra pages of stuff for the World Bible. Why wouldn't you do it? Why wouldn't you do it?
Why wouldn't you?
I did it.
Aw.
That's good.
Thank you all for watching. We love you all. Have a good night.
Happy
See you
Metaverse
next
Monday,
time.
everybody. See you next week.
Bye.